Alrighty, we're back again with more 100 Line. So, we had our first story lock in over 100 hours of gameplay. So that's fun. It's time to go find another one. Oh god. Apparently you have to get story lock 3 completed in order to hit the one I want in question. So we're gonna do that. So, let me just show you on the map real quick what the hell is going on. Oh god, oh Jesus. So yeah, yesterday, give me 1 second. Yeah, so yesterday we went to this ending, which is the last one we needed for something that can be found all the way over here. It's still going. Nope, still going. It's here. The first ever story log. Unlock conditions. Reach endings 34, 36, 72, and 76. Reach story lock 3. So the story lock 3 is the one thing I have left to do. And, apparently, that route can be found by not leaving the school, for those who remember the Kill Ito route. So, let's stay in the school. See what happens there. I don't know what's laying beyond. Decide your destiny. Leave the school? No. I'm a brave boy! It's your future.
Hey guys, listen. We can't listen to the message.
Why?
The enemy could attack any day now. We can't just leave this place unprotected.
Hey, didn't you come back in the future? That means you should know exactly when the enemy will attack, right?
So, when's the next attack?
The next one is 3 days from now on day 7.
Then what's the big deal with leaving this place empty until then? Just a matter of going outside the wall of fire and coming back in 3 days, right? We'd be technically complying with what the message said, and the culprit wouldn't need to follow through their threat.
A sentence that I said, allegedly.
Their next attack being 3 days away is what I remember from last time. But there's no guarantee the enemy will act in the same way this time.
Because you may have already changed the course of history by coming back to the past. Is that what you're trying to say?
I nodded.
There's another thing to consider. Can we really trust the culprit to keep their word and leave the academy alone while we're gone? We're talking about someone who did something that vicious to Sire before we even saw the message. There's no way a person like that is ever going to keep their word. Ergo, this has to be a trap.
I got no clue who they could be. Only thing I can figure is that they're an invader trying to nab the baby in the defense room while we're gone.
You just said you thought it was a prank.
Shut up! Things are different now that Siri's been wrecked.
I personally think we should just ignore that message. That'll launch the culprit into slaughter mode, right? Now that's the kind of show I'd pay through the nose to watch.
Ooh, a little gurgly there. My sad excuse of existence will surely be the first to be eliminated. Oh, I'm all for the idea, of course. After all, even the tiniest bacteria has more worth than an atomized speck of fractional dust like me.
So, if we take a head count, there are 6 of us who want to stay.
Takumi, Takamaru, Darumi, Shoma, and the Tsukumo twins.
If we're going by majority vote, those who want to remain have already won, right?
Seriously? Are you all out of your minds?
Nobody's stopping you from going out there by yourself.
Outside the wall of fire. I dare say that's what the culprit's really aiming for.
Once they manage to isolate someone, the real fun begins.
Gaku started shaking like a leaf.
Alright, fine. Just don't say I didn't warn you.
Oh, goodness.
In the end, we decided to ignore the message and remain at the academy. Nobody knew how the culprit would react. Just in case, we decided that everyone would move together as a unit during the day as a safety measure. And we did. The sun soon set and night approached.
You never know. Cool then.
I guess the announcements must be pre-recorded, huh?
Yes, Siri told me about them earlier.
Nothing happened in the end. Whoever wrote that message was just bluffing.
Can you make up your mind? Do you want us to take the message seriously or not?
Right now, no. The situation's changed.
That's what you said last time.
So I'm going back to my room to hit the sack.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Did you just willingly trigger your own death wish?
I ain't got time for this. We ain't in some freaking game or movie.
But there's no denying that the person who destroyed Sierra is still around.
Yes, hiding somewhere in the school.
Mukuro Ikusaba. Or, it's also possible they're hiding somewhere among us.
Everybody abruptly stopped what they were doing after Hiriko's statement. We all glanced around, scrutinizing each other nervously.
I see how it is. Safer for all of us to just sleep in our own rooms then. Well, at least that room's unlocked, so we don't have to worry about him killing him while we sleep.
Hiriko was only mentioning that as a possibility.
I refuse to believe the culprit could be one of us.
Let's not start suspecting each other. We'd be playing directly into the culprit's hands. Told you they were just bluffing with that message. Whoever's behind it probably gets a kick out of seeing us all run around like headless chickens, that's all.
Tell that to Siri's mangled remains.
Zero was targeted because he was a machine. Damage on a metal contraption is completely different from killing a flesh and blood person.
Are you trying to say the culprit won't harm us because we're human?
I'm just guessing, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Anyway, I'm heading back to my room.
Let's see what tomorrow morning brings.
Takamaru and Darumi left after that, followed by Ima and Keiko.
As long as we're together, no one can hurt us.
They held hands and left the cafeteria together.
That's wow. Thinking about the state their bodies were found in when they died in the Gi route. Oops.
Good night, everyone.
Sorry, my body is so poorly formed I can't fall asleep without a bed.
Tsubasa and Shoma both said they didn't think the culprit could be among us, but as I watched them leave, it occurred to me they probably had their suspicions. Hiroko, Gaku, and I were the only ones left in the cafeteria.
Ah, this is ridiculous. Why can't everyone see the best way to stay safe is to stick together?
Everyone's already gone, though, except the three of us. If the two of you were working together, I'd probably be assaulted tonight.
Ah?
You dirty creature. Of course I'm not. Get your mind out of the gutter.
Right. On the other hand, I'd be throwing hot soup if you two were the ones behind this.
We're not. But I have no way of proving that.
Guess going back to our rooms to rest really is the only thing we can do now.
Indeed. Casting aspirations at each other here won't help us sleep any better.
Fine. I'll go too, but only because there's no other choice.
Man, Gaku just keeps getting lower and lower, huh?
And so, we all went back to our rooms to turn in for the night. I tossed and turned restlessly on my bed. My eyes were closed, but sleep kept evading me. Who wrote that message and destroyed Sire? Is the culprit really one of us? No, there's no way. That means the culprit's still hiding somewhere in the school. They couldn't have escaped outside the wall of fire after destroying Sierra and writing that message. Hang on. Are we sure the person who wrote the message and the person who destroyed Syria are one and the same? Just automatically assumed so, but there's no indication that they are. If it wasn't the same person, then we're actually up against two different people. How did things end up like this? I ruffled my hair violently while curling up on my bed. Midnight was just around the corner. Soon it would be day 5.
Oh yeah, next time I get like a free time event, I should check how many times everyone's gotten to kill a thing.
It's 12:55 a.m. It hasn't been an hour since the new day began. A visitor? At this time? Thinking of Night the culprit, I was unnerved. Until I realized this would give me a great chance to capture them. It would very well be someone asking for help, too. Whoever it was, I had no reason to ignore them. Let's do this. Ding dong bing bong. Gathering my wits, I opened the door cautiously. I looked around before stepping out. There was nobody to be seen anywhere. Was it a prank or a hallucination? Just as I turned around to go back into the room, a sharp pain exploded at the back of my head, quickly rendering me unconscious.
You fool. Never turn your back when you head inside. Be ready to give your lie.
When I next came to, I realized I was on my bed, even though I had lost consciousness outside of my room last night. Was that a dream, or was I just half asleep? I touched the back of my neck as those thoughts ran through my mind. A dull aching pain greeted me. It wasn't a dream. I stepped outside last night and someone jumped on me from above. He'd probably been hiding on the rooftop. He punched or kicked me, I'm not sure which, on the back of my head. But who and why? Was it the person who wrote that message and destroyed Sire? In that case, why am I still alive? He went out of the way to move me back to my bed. Just then, the door slammed violently open and Tsubasa ran inside.
Takumi! It's Gaku! Gaku's!
What happened?
Just go to the classroom on the first floor quickly! The same room we found the message in! I'll go let the others know.
Is he dead? Is he dead already?
I ran downstairs so quickly I thought I might trip and fall. Getting to the classroom was the only thing on my mind. Soon the classroom came within view. I dashed inside and what greeted me was...
Hooray! He's not gonna be a bother this room!
What is this?
I could hear the others entering the classroom behind me.
No! What the hell? Mr. Mariko!
Why? Gaku? Hey, Gaku! Cut it out! This isn't funny at all! Open your eyes, man! Wake up!
His eyes are open, you dumb bitch.
I said wake up, Gaku!
Darumi kept shaking Gaku's shoulders. He didn't respond, so she started shaking him harder. Hiroko simply put her arms around Darumi and gently pulled her away.
Hey, why don't we just use the Revivomatic? Right. If we move Kaku to the infirmary, we can...
It won't work. The Revivomatic can only revive a person who only just died. That's what it says in the manual. Can you define just? It doesn't give a specific number, but definitely not 3 hours.
3 hours?
You can tell by the dry and discolored blood. It's been at least 3 hours since he was killed. And besides, look at the amount of blood he's lost. You know how the Revivomatic works. You need to have cryptoglobin in your body.
But we couldn't give up without doing anything. We moved Gaku's body to the infirmary, put him in a corpse recovery drone, and placed him inside the Revivomatic. However...
Unfortunately, Keiko's right.
The Revivomatic analysis monitor is located at the back of the device. We all look at the information together. Cause of death, hemorrhagic shock. Estimated time of death, day 5, between 1 and 4 a.m. Multiple stab wounds on chest and abdomen. Murder weapon is likely a sharp blade about a foot long. Too much time has passed since death. Insufficient cryptoglobin present in body. Impossible to revive.
Doesn't something seem off to you guys? Why didn't that corpse recovery drone do its job earlier?
You're right. If the drone had flown over Gaku's body the moment he died, this wouldn't have happened. Upon hearing that, Tsubasa sprang into action. She went back to the analysis monitor. After fiddling with the terminal for a while, she took several steps back in shock.
The drone itself is working correctly, but someone has overwritten the program that controls it.
What?
The code is too difficult to hack even for me. There's no way we can restore the original programming now. The new settings say that the drone doesn't activate if an SDU member dies outside of a defensive battle. You can't be serious.
Who would do such a thing? Do you even need to ask?
It's obviously the same person who killed Gaku.
Silence filled the air, and nobody spoke for a while. But then Takamaru mumbled something. Shit! This is all my fault. I kept insisting the culprit was bluffing. Gaku wouldn't have died if I'd believed in him.
I don't know about that. The same thing may have happened even if we had all slept together in the cafeteria last night. Or maybe things would have been worse. What do you mean? I'll explain later.
A few hours later, we managed to regain our composure somewhat and started cleaning up the classroom. Just didn't seem right to leave all that blood on the floor. We also made sure to thoroughly check for possible clues that might lead us to the murderer while we cleaned. Ultimately, we came to the realization that the killer had left nothing behind. No footprints, no bodily fluids, not even a single strand of hair. Once we were done, we decided to take care of the message as well. The message that was the cause of everything. The mere sight of it nauseated me. We angrily and vigorously scrubbed the message with solvents until it disappeared. Tsubasa and Shoma crying while they worked. Before we knew it, the sun had already set and we were surrounded by darkness. And we started our next task, transporting Gaku's dead body from the infirmary to the morgue. Hey, why are we moving his body here?
Shouldn't we be giving him a dignified burial? The corpse is a silent witness who never lies. Burying it would mean losing valuable clues.
That reminds me. You mentioned that you were trying to become a detective in my previous timeline. And then Ima said he was your brilliant or talented assistant or whatever.
I said that.
Yes, now do you believe I've traveled back in time?
I'm not sure.
That's not particularly convincing evidence.
Am I right to assume you're interested in helping out with the investigation, Keiko?
Yes.
Then share your observations with us, great detective. Who is the most likely suspect in your eyes?
Wait, we need to figure things out like this step by step.
She tapped a finger on her temple.
First of all, Tsubasa was the first person to find the body, right? Yes. I woke up before the morning announcement, so I went to the classroom on the first floor. I was trying to see if we'd missed any clues that could have pointed us to the identity of the person who wrote the message. Then I found Gaku on the floor, like that. The question is, why did the killer murder him so brutally? He was stabbed multiple times in the chest and abdomen. If killing had been the objective, they could have simply aimed directly for his heart. The number of stab wounds usually indicates some type of powerful personal grudge.
Oh, it feels more like anger than a grudge to me. The killer is the same person who wrote the message, right? And they got angry because we didn't follow their instructions.
Or the fellow's just trying to make an example out of someone. Think they can strike fear in our hearts by killing someone in the most visceral way possible.
I think their objective was even simpler than that.
Pray tell.
To bleed as much cryptoglobin out as possible so they couldn't possibly revive Gaku, even if we found his body right away.
That would mean the killer is very familiar with the Special Defense Unit's members and how our bodies work. In short, there's a very high probability the killer is one of us.
Everyone fell silent at that, but nobody seemed as shaken up as they were yesterday, as if they'd already come to this conclusion deep inside.
That's why, back in the infirmary, I said that things would have been worse if we had all slept together in the cafeteria.
Because the killer would have assassinated everyone in their sleep.
Yes, after drugging us with sleep medicine or something. That's unthinkable. It's just not possible. One of us here is the killer? The alarm didn't sound. That means nobody has breached the Academy's defenses. Oh, and before you bring it up, no, Aito couldn't have done it either. Because...
He walked to one of the dead bodies, stood in front of it, and promptly pulled off the sheet that was covering it.
Ah!
He's not breathing and has no pulse. It's literally impossible for Aito to be the killer. Unless he somehow turned into a zombie.
When would that happen, dudes?
Everyone saw that what Gaku's estimated time of death on the Revivomatic was? Yes, I think it was between 1 and 4 a.m. last night. I'm going to have to ask each and every one of you where you were and what you were doing at that time.
Everyone said they'd been sleeping in their own rooms, other than Iba. Iba was...
I was sleeping in my dear sister's room, which means only my dear sister and I have valid alibis.
The testimony of a sibling is unreliable.
Yes, I was expecting you to say that.
Wait, so none of us have proper alibis?
Huh? Hang on. Nobody's asked to Takumi where he's been yet.
Oh, right. What about you, Takumi? I mean, your answer's probably going to be the same.
I hesitate for a moment. Telling the truth would make me seem questionable. But if it ever came to light that I lied this time, I'd definitely look suspicious then. So I decided to tell everyone what had happened to me that last night around 1 a.m. Say what? Someone came out of nowhere and knocked you out?
And then you woke up to the sound of the morning announcement. In your bed?
Yeah, more or less. The person who knocked me out had to be the killer.
Why don't you tell us about this now?
I couldn't find a good time to bring it up.
Really? But so much time has already passed since we found Gaku's body.
Everyone looked at me with suspicion in their eyes, causing my heart to beat even faster. I'm telling the truth. Please believe me.
So you say, but...
That time-traveling thing has just got to be a big fat lie. Yes, you killed Aito for some reason and made up that tall tale in order to justify your actions.
No!
That would actually explain why Siri was destroyed too.
Siri is the only one present when Aito was killed. He was the only one who knew the truth.
When Siri tried to blackmail Takumi using Hansen, Takumi destroyed him in order to silence him.
Why would I do that? And what about the message? I was the first one to propose we stay in the academy. Besides, there's no reason for me to kill Gaku. Absolutely no reason at all.
You're coming apart at the seams. Nobody said anything about you killing Mr. Marco.
You were all looking at me as if you thought I was the killer. I spent hours trying to prove my innocence to the others, but there was nothing convincing I could use to clear my name. Sakamaru, Terumi, Shoma, and the Tsukumo twins are especially unwilling to give me any benefit of the doubt.
Well then, sister dearest, let us fall asleep under the same roof again tonight. Yes, like I said before, it's more dangerous for everyone to be sleeping together. Sleep with the person you trust the most is the best way to deal with this. Sakamaru, will you please allow this worm to burrow in your room tonight?
What are you saying?
You're the person I trust the most. Or are you afraid may actually be the killer?
Don't be stupid, you idiot! I'd kill you right back!
That means I'm staying in Mr. Sierra's room tonight? You can kill me anytime you please, my mistress.
I'm sorry, but you're on your own.
But why?
You may end up killing me for all I know. Besides, I've already been reserved by someone else.
Someone else?
Hiriko's staying with me tonight.
No.
Your only option left is Takumi.
Absolutely not. I'm not gonna throw myself in the arms of a serial killer. I have standards on who gets to kill me, you know.
Everyone retired to their chosen rooms after deciding on sleeping arrangements. I trudged my way back to my own room as well. I just returned to my room when the doorbell rang. The door swung open and in walked. Hiroko? Tsubasa? What's the matter?
Just so we're clear, this doesn't mean we trust you or anything.
What? You came all the way just to tell me that?
Let me finish.
We don't trust you, but we see no reason to be completely suspicious of you either. Unlike the other 5.
Okay, that's nice to hear. And?
If what you've been saying is true, there's going to be an enemy attack in 2 days' time on day 7, right?
According to what I've lived through, yes.
When that happens, I intend to fight. But it's unlikely the other 5 will be willing to follow you.
So you're saying there's a high chance they won't join the fight? Even Takumaru and Darumi, who fought on day 1?
Tsubasa's trying to say she's willing to lend you a hand.
I can't just sit back and let you and Hiroko fight the invaders by yourselves. Besides, it's game over for us anyway if we lose.
A combat party of 3 isn't going to be strong enough.
Which is why I'm thinking of calling in reinforcements.
From where?
You once mentioned a second-to-last defense academy that's being protected by 5 special defense unit members, right?
Oh, I get it. You want to bring them here. It was inevitable that we would one day have to go to the second-to-last defense academy anyway. That academy was attacked on day 10 and Moko was killed. Whoop!
Hold on.
I'm pushing it to the back of my mind because I thought we still had time. Not that we had any spare time to be thinking about going there at all. It did make sense to go over as soon as possible, so I agreed to Hiroko and Tsubasa's plan. Are you both coming with me?
Of course!
Then we set off at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning.
6!
The campus is quite a distance from here, isn't it?
Yeah.
We should start early then. And also have to ensure we can make it back before the enemy attack on day 7.
Oh, that's a good point.
That's settled then. We'll be taking our leave now.
We'll go and tell the others about this.
Thank you. They nodded and left the room. There's just one thing bothering me. Is it really a good idea to leave 5 people behind in an academy with a serial killer on the loose? That said, I really did want to reach the second campus before Moko got killed on day 10. Since we had reinforcements for the next defensive battle, going there tomorrow was indeed the best option we had. It wouldn't make sense for all of us to go anyway. And leaving just 2 or 3 to protect the school alone wouldn't be any better. In fact, it'd be worse because that would just make them easier targets for the killer. I conclude the safest thing to do is to go there with Hiroko and Tsubasa. I hope we can meet the team from the second academy tomorrow. Kiyoshika, Moko, Kurara, Yagamu, and Nozomi. Possibly seeing them again did nothing to loosen the tight knot in my stomach. After all, that friend had just been violently murdered today. I couldn't get the sight of Gaku's mangled body out of my mind. At 6 a.m., I went straight to the entrance hall where Hiroko and Tsubasa were already waiting for me.
You are 10 seconds late.
10 seconds?
A split second of distraction can prove fatal in battle. You will do well to remember that.
Yes, ma'am. I mostly responded to Hiroko while looking around. I didn't see anyone else. They're not even going to see us off, huh?
I mean, they believe you're a serial killer, you know?
Nothing I can do about that. How did you break the news to them?
I just told them plainly. I said we needed to break in a second team to increase our combat power.
And they didn't criticize you for daring to follow a serial killer there?
He sure did, which is why I asked them nicely if they'd rather we left the dead serial killer behind with them. Suddenly, just letting the 3 of us go became the best thing since sliced bread.
Okay.
We can chat later. Let's be on our way. Alright. It looks like it might be a minigame, but we'll see if it's skippable. Look over there. That looks like a shortcut.
Let's go check it out.
Alright. Oh, thank God.
You, we finally arrived.
So this is the place.
Second last defense academy.
As we got closer, I saw her. Nozomi. My pulse started racing. My breathing got heavier. I felt an uncontrollable burning in my chest. Nozomi was alive. She was alive again and right here in front of me. Without thinking, I almost reached out to touch her, but I fought that impulse and pulled it back.
Huh? Who are you guys?
Words simply failed me. While I was still busy being incoherent, Nacho and the others showed up as well.
Are you perhaps from the last defense academy?
How did you know that?
Your class armor.
Is there something you guys needed?
Yes, actually.
After moving the conversation to the cafeteria and introducing ourselves, we told everyone what had happened at Last Defense Academy. About Ido, the threatening message, serious destruction, all of it. Even about Gaku's murder and me traveling back in time. I also shared everything that had happened in the 100 days I had previously gone through. What greeted me at the end was silence. Nacho had stopped moving and a dazed, distant look in his eyes. Serious destruction must have been too much for him. None of the others from the Second Academy had anything to say either. They stood frozen, mouths agape in astonishment.
I see. Thanks for the massive info dump, I guess. I'm still trying to process everything, but I more or less get what you're trying to say.
The long and short of the matter is that the last defense academy is directly in a bit of a pickle. Am I right to say that?
Yeah.
Then we have to go there right away.
Since this place is just a decoy, there's no need for us to protect it anymore.
The enemy will attack the academy tomorrow, right?
Then we must hasten our steps.
And get there by today.
That's not the right voice. And get there by today.
Thank you.
That we greatly appreciate the backup.
Nacho, is the school bus available? Hey, Nacho, can you hear me?
Oh, yes, the bus is available.
Great, we'll meet in the parking lot after everyone here gets ready. Takumi, Kiriko, Tsubasa, you guys can go there first. It's at...
Don't worry, I know where it is.
I'm packed and ready to go.
Onwards to the Last Defense Academy.
We all started walking towards the bus except for Nacho, who hadn't moved from his spot at all. So as we noticed, we stopped walking.
Something wrong, Nacho?
I cannot go.
What?
I've been ordered to Sagan's second last defense academy with my life. Therefore, I am unable to abandon it.
Ordered? By who?
Your superior officer? The one who got destroyed.
No, this order came from the higher-ups on the artificial satellites.
No. Can't you defy them somehow?
We all tried to talk Nacho out of staying, but he refused to abandon his post.
We have no choice but to leave him behind.
But
It's already night and we're running out of time. We have to go now.
I will be just fine, everybody. You see, there's no commanding officer at Last Defense Academy right now. So if I open a dialogue with the higher-ups about this, they may reassign me there.
Fine. Hurry up and do that dialogue thing with your superiors and come over as soon as you can. Understand?
We'll be waiting for you over there. Thank you. Be careful.
And so we had to part ways with Nacho.
Whoops. I had my fucking thing caught for a second.
After exchanging firm handshakes, we boarded the school bus. We decided to let Tsubasa drive as she had the most experience with vehicles.
Alright, let's go.
She floored the accelerator and the bus peeled off. We made our way towards our base. Last Defense Academy. Shortly after getting off, I started a conversation with the 5 members of the Second Academy.
First of all, I'm grateful that you decided to come with us. Am I also right to assume that you believed what I said?
Oh, hold on, I gotta delete a view bot. Gives me a chance to get a drink of water anyway. Alright, here's hoping that'll fix that.
What you said? About coming back from the future.
It's too much of a coincidence to be made up.
What is more, you possess knowledge about us that we have revealed to none but ourselves.
We believe you only because it makes sense to, not because we want to.
I believe you, Takumi.
Thank you, everyone. You have no idea how glad this makes me. Because nobody in the other academy believes me at all.
Including those 2 over there?
The 5 of us turned to stare at Hiroko and Tsubasa.
You don't believe him? Can you not see the pureness in his eyes? His very soul itself.
It's very funny given I know Hiroko absolutely believes me.
They kept looking at Hiroko and Tsubasa in plain and undisguised disgust. The 2 eventually caved under the weight of their collective stares.
Fine. I believe him.
What, you do? I guess I should too then.
Seriously, that's all it took? I held back from speaking my thoughts out loud. The reason didn't matter as long as they believed me. With this, there were now more people who believed me than those who didn't. It made me feel more at ease after going through those terrible things yesterday. As the bus kept rumbling on, the pleasant swaying sensation made me so drowsy I almost fell asleep. Eventually, a sight of the wall of fire slowly came to view through the windshield of the bus.
Oh, Mrs. Yuriko! I'm so glad you're safe and sound. I was so sure the serial killer would be coming back by himself.
Ugh.
Thank goodness you're both okay.
What about me?
By the way, are those guys with you?
Nameless NPCs.
Hello there. My name is Nozomi Fuji.
I'm Mokomojiro, the apocalyptic mean of destruction.
Kiyoshika Magadori, at your service.
Bow your heads, peasants. I am Kuraba Usuzuki, the great and powerful.
And I'm Yugamu Omokage, teenager assassin, hopeless romantic, and all-around nice guy.
They're neither nameless nor NPCs!
They're totally trying to assert themselves as main characters.
We should introduce ourselves too.
That's alright.
We've already heard all about you on the bus.
Well, that saves a lot of time. What we're waiting for then? It's time to play some games or losers have to get their nails ripped off for shits and giggles.
I noticed that she doesn't go as far as to actually joke about a killing game this time. Wow, that sounds like my kind of fun.
I'm not playing.
We have a battle coming up tomorrow. Now that introductions are over, we should rest up until then.
So you guys are really gonna fight together with us?
You know it.
It is the very reason we have come here.
But why would you help us?
Why do you need to ask? Because we all have the same ultimate goal in mind.
Ultimate goal?
From here on, we just protect the baby in the defense room until day 100, right? Then the missiles he's been charging up will all be launched in all directions. all the invaders will be wiped out, and that will be the end of world death.
But right before, we shoot off an escape pod to join back up with the rest of humanity on the artificial satellite.
Or so we have heard from Sir Takumi.
I see no reason to say no. We make it through these 100 days, and everyone's stories will end happily. We're with you all the way. Takumi.
Yeah, okay, I still got it.
The palpable excitement of the 5 members of the Second Academy stood in stark contrast from the sudden moods of those from this academy.
What's the matter?
They're just feeling awkward because they have no intention of joining us for tomorrow's defensive battle.
Whereas you guys will be sent to the battlefield as their substitutes, even though you're new here. Wait, why are you joining the fight?
I already explained on the way here. They do not trust Takumi's leadership.
Oh, that whole time-traveling thing? That's just part of it. Gaku's murder played a bigger part. Right now, they all think Takumi did it.
Excuse me? Sir Takumi is a killer?
No, of course not. I didn't do it.
Sir Takumi has spoken. What is your response?
We already discussed this thing to death.
But there's no proof yet. Proof of what?
Proof of Takumi's innocence.
Apprehending the real perpetrator is the best way to settle this.
I'll believe you if you can do that.
Cool, that's unfair as hell.
We went back to our rooms soon after our meeting to rest and recharge for tomorrow's defensive battle. As I flopped down on the bed, I found myself whispering under my breath. The real perpetrator. That's right. I have to find and catch the real culprit. That was the only way I could regain the trust of those 5 and convince them to help with the battles again. It was also the quickest way. Ima's absolutely right. And there was another good reason. I wanted to avenge Gaku. He'd never be able to rest in peace if I let the perpetrator get away. But how would I figure out who the real culprit was? Unlike Keiko, I didn't have a detective bone in my body. I had a lot to think about. However, the trip to this and from second to last defense academy had depleted all my energy. I was swallowed by the darkness of sleep before I could even think about my options.
Yawn. Honk shoe.
Day 7. Bing bong. Time to rise and shine.
Get ready for your 7th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy.
Spend another day, enduring the unendurable, suffering the insufferable, and pave the way for humanity's future greatness. You belong. Protector in school. In the file on barbaric enemy. Give me 1 second. I'm just checking a thing.
Okay, so Takamaru, Darumi, Shoma, Keiko, and Ima aren't even going to come to see us off.
They won't be joining the battle. Why would they show up?
I don't know. Maybe you can at least cheer for us, right? Get them, guys! Go fight and risk your lives for us because we don't want to. That doesn't sound like a very morale-boosting cheer at all. Anyway, when is this enemy gonna show up?
Anytime now. Remember I told you in the bus yesterday about the commander's special traits?
Yes, Sir Takumi. I have it all memorized.
The alarm sounded immediately after you said that.
Intruder alert. Intruder alert. Unauthorized personnel detected on school grounds. Defense mode initiated. All available troops prepare for battle immediately.
They're here. Take the lead, Takumi.
What?
You're our leader, aren't you? Don't you have anything to say to your team before they head out in the battle?
Oh, right. Is everyone ready?
Ready when you are.
The holy Jumanji sword is always ready. She ravenously longs to spill the blood of the wicked.
I'm ready. I took a whole bunch of anti-nausea pills, so I made this using my own special formula. Efficacy guaranteed.
Listen up, Tsubasa. You'll be fine. You got the apocalyptic and medium destruction looking out for you now.
Thanks. I trust you. Let's all work together out there. Humanity's counting on us.
This isn't just for them, but for ourselves too. We fight for our own future. Let's go!
Dead. Yay!
We managed to clear out the minions.
Now we shall deal with the commander.
You mean that person over there?
And it's gonna be the person in the hood.
Wait, who's that?
On the edge of the battlefield, watching us fight was a figure I didn't recognize.
The commander you guys fought before?
No, that wasn't the one.
Hiroko's right. I never saw that person in the whole of my previous 100 days. I had no idea who they were, but they were not a commander I'd fought before, that's for sure.
Hey, look! There's someone else over there.
Is that the one then? Yes, it is.
That's the commander we faced our first day here. Got it.
Oh boy.
How is it I can understand him?
Little Black Riding Hood over there hasn't done anything, though. Little Black Riding Hood? See that black hood they're wearing? Name fits to a T.
Who is that? Why thought I'd never seen before showing up all of a sudden? Did the timeline change?
Hey, Takumi, stop staring off into space like some plebeian and start acting like a leader, why don't you?
Yes. Right. Everyone, concentrate your attacks on the giant commander over there first.
Little Black Riding Hood can wait.
Understood.
Hooray!
We did it! We took down the commander! What about Little Black Riding Hood?
I looked around. The mysterious figure had disappeared at some point during the battle.
Who the heck was that anyway?
Mayhaps a passerby who was on their way to the convenience store?
How does a random passerby simply walk onto a highly secured compound like this?
While they were on their way to the convenience store at that.
More importantly, what should we do about the commander? He's not dead yet.
Tsubasa pointed to where Mervyn lay on the ground, heavily injured but still breathing.
I think he's trying to say something.
Let me see.
Interesting that this seems to be happening more often, huh?
Yukami knelt over the fallen commander. After a quick but surprisingly thorough examination, he spoke up again.
His vocal cords have been crushed. Someone must have hit him right in the throat.
So, he won't be able to talk then.
That's right.
Even if he could, it's not like we can understand their language.
That's not true. When he first showed up, he told us his name and stuff. Remember?
I am Mervyn, the paragon of order. In the name of order, I will strike you down. That was what I heard.
He was the one who got struck down in the end.
So, back to the topic at hand. What should we do with him? Why are we even discussing this? We kill him and take his cryptoglobin. Huh? To survive to day 100, we must fight.
and win every single battle that is to come. And for that to happen, we must keep getting stronger.
I am of the same mind.
Take him out, Takumi. Make it quick.
They were all waiting for me to make the call. I hardened my resolve and nodded slowly.
Alright, let me do it. Exquisite.
Hooray!
At night, the 8 of us who fought in the defensive battle held a small victory party in the cafeteria. Oh boy. We discussed who deserved to be crowned MVP. And who had the coolest looking finishing moves. Everyone talked and laughed pleasantly as we reviewed the battle together. Even though a fellow comrade had been killed just 2 days ago, the adrenaline rush of victory held us in high spirits. And then they showed up. The 5 members who hadn't taken part in the battle.
Hunger pains got the better of your suspicions. Sorry, but we're not in the business of feeding losers here. None of you did anything contribute to this victory.
Come on, don't be like that. It's just food. What's the big deal?
We ain't here to poach your food.
Then what are you here for?
Just that I wouldn't be right to not even say thanks, you know?
Thanks for what? Thank you for saving the Academy. And us. Yes, thank you. From the bottom of my worthless heart. Thank you.
There's no need to be so formal.
I'd rather hear you say you'll help us out in the next battle.
Those are 2 different things. We still Samino stinks to high heaven.
We ain't gonna lift a finger to help until he can prove his innocence.
You have to show us concrete proof that he wasn't the killer. Your stance hasn't changed since last night, then.
Basically, you want us to find the real murderer?
Yes, that is if you can find one. Since Takumi may very well be the culprit.
The party ended soon after, and we all went back to our own rooms. When I did the same, I found someone waiting for me there.
Hello.
Oh my god, so yawny today. It's been a while.
Ew. Why?
No, wait, I get it. You have clues to the identity of the real perpetrator who killed Gaku 2 days ago.
And you're here to share them with me, right?
Sadly, that's not what I'm here for. I'm aware that one of your friends, Gaku Makura, was killed by someone. However, I wasn't there when it happened, so I didn't witness the crime. I'm far from omnipresent. While I'm able to move instantly to any location I have in mind, I don't have full knowledge of everything that goes on in this academy.
That's too bad. What are you actually here for, then?
To inform you of something. I'll keep it short. I am not feeling very well right now.
Well, feeling very well. In what sense?
Right. You can't tell because I'm in this form. Basically, I'm sick.
How did that happen?
There's a particular space known as blood space in this world. It's a distinct space filled with cryptoglobin energy. However, a malicious aura from the future has been seeping into a certain part of that space. My true form, the baby, is being badly affected by that aura. You are aware of the baby's body is also filled with cryptoglobin energy, yes? That's why the malicious aura is also encroaching on the baby's body.
I'm sorry. What exactly are you trying to say?
To put it simply, a source of evil intent from this timeline is invading this baby's body.
Oh, that leaves me more confused than ever. Then what should I do? What can I do to help? Can I bring the baby some medicine? Wait, if a malicious aura is causing this, I should be bringing an exorcist, right? I'm really curious to solve the case in the future that's causing this. The case in the future? Not what happened to Gaku 2 days ago? I did mention the malicious aura is coming from the future, didn't I? Solving the case that produces this aura is the cure for this disease. When all is settled, the baby's body should make a full recovery.
Yes. This also means I won't be able to show up to you for a while. That's what I wanted to tell you today.
So, I won't be able to talk to you for a while?
Please, don't look so sad. This isn't goodbye forever.
It's just...
You must solve this future case yourself, Takumi.
Oh, goodness!
Then we'll be able to hear each other again. I'm counting on you.
With that, the ghost boy disappeared from sight. A future case. What case, though? Wait, does that mean there's going to be another murder? No, he didn't mention anything about the case being a murder case. I prayed that it would be about something completely different. I never want to see something like that again.
That's unfortunate for you, Takumi.
Days of accumulated stress and fatigue finally got to me and ended up sleeping through the morning like a log. When I finally woke up, it was afternoon. In fact, the sun was already sinking to the horizon toward the west. That was the exact moment the shrill sound of sirens blasted all around me. The sound immediately dispelled the heavy fog clouding my brain.
Intruder alert. Intruder alert. Unauthorized personnel detected on school grounds.
Nope.
Defense mode initiated. All available troops prepare for battle immediately.
What? Why now? Yet we just came yesterday. Are they attacking us 2 days in a row? It's only day 8. Next battle should have been on day 17. The timeline was changing. For some reason, it was starting to spiral completely out of control. I better go to the war room. I rubbed straight frantically out the room.
Oh, Takumi!
Now you show up. Everyone else is already here.
Sorry, I came as quickly as I could.
Everyone, as they never took part in the battle yesterday, in case you misunderstood.
The Frightened Five won't be showing up today either, I assume. Are you still harping on that?
We must go out and meet the enemy forces immediately, Sir Takumi.
Yeah, of course. Let's do this. Initiate defensive battle.
We got a drink, so you can watch a CG. And I'm back, just in time. Hooray!
Time is money, and they've certainly wasted a lot of mine. I can already feel the nice warm shower waiting for me.
Careful. The battle isn't over yet. Look over there.
They keep coming up with different nicknames for them in different timelines.
Was the convenience store closed?
Went there yesterday, found it closed, and they're now on their way back. Is that the story you've written for them? How far is this store?
Ignore Little Black Riding Hood and focus on dealing with Packron first.
Right. Got it.
Hooray!
Well, that was surprisingly easy.
The Holy Jumanji sword has not had her fill.
Holy Jumanji?
The Holy Jumanji sword!
We still have to deal with them.
Nozomi pointed toward the figure we dubbed the Little Black Riding Hood stood. They began walking towards us with slow deliberation. Then they pulled down their hood, revealing
The Supreme Commander. It was her all along.
I swear, her helmet keeps changing every single time I see it.
Who?
The one who's leading the invader army, remember? I told you guys about her before.
With that, the Supreme Commander brought her hand up to the mask.
Among my people, I am known as Veshness, the paragon of hope.
You're vexed about your looks, therefore the mask?
No, I am not.
But you're so much uglier than I am.
Not the best line to spout in this day and age.
But you're so much uglier than I am.
More importantly,
How is it you can understand us?
Ah, I see. So you know nothing either. To think I came all this way to scope out the reason behind the change.
What change?
The change that took place several days ago. All of a sudden, my soldiers started gaining immense power. At the same time, we became capable of understanding your language.
we looked at each other in confusion. Kiyoshika was the one who spoke up.
Her words confound me, but she would be the chief villain, yes? Should we be able to defeat her, will this war not end immediately? Well then...
That's right. We can end this right here and now.
Such interesting creatures. I had intended to stick to the appointed days and let you entertain me. And well, I suppose picking off 2 or 3 right now matters not in the grand scheme of things.
Is that a challenge? If so, you're on!
Vishnu slowly started walking towards us, getting closer and closer with each ambling step. Before I could do anything,
Hold your horses.
Takemaru! Why are you?
I was watching y'all fight from the rooftop. That ignited a spark in me. And before I knew it, I was here.
without waiting for a reply, Takamaru turned to face Veshness.
Hey! You said your name was Veshness or something? Ain't fair for us all to gang up on you. So how about a one-on-one with me?
Takamaru, that's not a good idea!
Shut up, marshmallow face.
Marshmallow?
Aw, it kind of does look like a marshmallow.
If you insist, you shall be given an express ticket to the River Styx, where I suppose you could apply to serve as a boat rower.
Save that ticket for yourself, bitch. Hope you packed your bikini. Oh wait, it just fall right off your flat chest, huh?
Okay, her chest is absolutely not flat. Are you kidding me? What is this?
You or me, Veshness?
Takamaru hurled towards Veshness on his pike, but the very next moment, Veshness unleashed a powerful sidekick that sent him flying. She immediately leapt in the air, switched her sword to her other hand, and angled it to fall into Takamaru as she dropped down. When I next opened my eyes, what I saw was the sky. What I felt was a searing pain across my back. I heard the gurgling sound of cryptoglobin gushing out of my body from a wound.
Takumi? Why did you...
Oh, now I remember. My body had moved before my brain did. It made its way to where Vestius would have landed. I had thrown myself over Takamaru to shield him from the blade she had pointed at him.
Self-sacrificing acts are such mood dampeners.
Why, you poor thing.
Motherfucker!
That strike just confirmed my suspicions. Watching paint dry is going to be more fun than fighting you in your current state. Like kicking a helpless puppy. What is the point of that? I shall grant you the gift of time. Use it well, and gain more power. Perhaps you shall be able to provide more entertainment the next time we meet. Until then... one more thing. I will be taking Pakron's body back with me, lest you desecrate it like you did with Mervram's corpse the other day.
Desecrate?
You absorbed his cryptoglobin. That is an insult of the highest order amongst our people. Never will I allow it to happen again.
The sound of Vestius' footsteps faded away, and I heard heavy stomping getting closer as the others ran over to me.
Takumi! Sir Takumi! Are you okay? Stay with us.
Yeah. Don't worry. I'll be fine.
Takumi!
When I next came to, Nozomi was right in front of me. It was pitch black and she didn't seem to notice I was awake. I called out to her softly. In response, she leapt to her feet with an ear-piercing scream. She scuttled frantically around the room a few times before she kindly coming to a stop. Then she just stood there in a daze. I watched the entire scene play out before standing up.
Are you sure you should be doing this?
What do you mean?
Your injuries are so severe you've been out for 13 days.
That means today is...
It's day 21.
What time is it?
Almost time for the nighttime announcement to play, I think.
What a horrible time to wake up. I know I can fall back asleep now.
What? That's what you're worried about?
What are you doing here anyway?
Nursing you back to health.
For 13 days?
No, we've been taking turns. It just happened to be my turn today.
I see. Sorry for the trouble.
It's no trouble at all. Wait, I need to go tell everyone you're awake.
She dashed out of the room immediately after that. Is she going to come all everyone here? The room's not nearly big enough for that. Decided to get up and go to the others instead. Short while later, everyone else came running over frantically. No, not everyone. Only Takamaru and the 8 who had joined the battle on day 8. Takumi.
Takumi!
Sir Takumi.
How are you feeling?
If that's your boss's question, you got me much closer and started poking and prodding at various parts of my body. Eventually. He's all good. All's well. Yo! Takumi's back in business!
You deserve a title belt for this. Nice going.
What a relief.
Everyone started loudly expressing how happy they were to see me awake.
We were seriously considering killing you if you didn't wake up for another 3 days.
What?
The Revive-O-Matic could have brought you back to life in full health.
One of us wanted to be the one to do it and do the deed.
Also, wouldn't it not work because we're not in a defensive battle?
And that's why you waited to see if you'd recover by yourself.
Okay. Glad that worked out. My lips turned up in a smile. Where's everyone else?
I told them you'd waken up, but they didn't want to come visit.
Have those people no heart? Mayhaps there is still the opinion that Sir Takumi is the killer.
Nobody else got killed after that one incident, right? It has to be because the real culprit's already found a way outside the wall of fire.
That's one possibility. However, the fact also adds to the case against him. Nope. Nobody got killed when Takumi is unconscious. Therefore, Takumi's the killer. That's very likely what the others are thinking.
I can't believe this. I shook my head helplessly. Didn't matter. I thought I just put them out of my mind for now. The more important thing is, what happened in 13 days I was out? Were there any more enemy attacks?
Only one on day 15. The 8 of us fought them off.
Yeah, Veshness showed up in that battle as well.
But we blew her to Kingdom Come with the Undying Flame Bomb crafted by Lady Tsubasa.
Whoa, that's incredible! Being Vicious was just the 8 of you! That would have a proud smile on their face. Wait, that means Takamaru fought too? Did you even need to ask? You really thought I'd just fold my hands and stare in the sidelines after what you did? So, you're no longer suspicious of me? For now, I believe you. Sorry about before, by the way. And thanks for doing that for me on day 8. You seriously saved my life. It's fine.
Also, we need to tell you about Nacho.
What happened to him?
It is most unfortunate. Nacho,
He's gone.
What? Why?
We got worried, so we went to Second Last Defense Academy to check on him. But the school had been completely destroyed, and Nacho's remains were lying in the debris.
We recovered a memory chip with the event log that Tsubasa decrypted for us.
Turns out, Nacho self-destructed.
Self-destructed?
We did it to create a massive explosion and kill the invaders during an attack.
Oh no.
I have a suspicion. The loss of Sire, his superior officer, may have played a part in that decision as well.
Nacho was really attached to that Sire guy, after all. It may be if his plan all along to remain behind and follow him to death. Nacho was such a nice guy. This loss will be greatly felt.
Also, oops.
Though it didn't last long. This Pokemon is sounded the usual nighttime announcement.
Howdy, soldiers. It's time to hit the hay. You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest up while you still can.
Whoop.
Well then, good night.
And then a few seconds later. Jesus!
Intruder alert. Defense mode initiation.
Ooh. I literally just woke up from a coma. They sure know how to pick their time.
That's exactly why you'll be sitting this one out.
I can't just stuff it. We'll be fighting hard enough to make up for you.
Stay stuck in bed, Convalescent.
No, I'm fighting too.
Why are you being so stubborn?
Because I'm the leader of the Special Defense Unit. Come on, to the war room. I immediately started running.
Takumi, wait, for goodness sakes.
Everyone here, let's do this. Special Defense Unit, move out.
Oh my god, it's so eepy. I'm gonna get another drink.
Aw, man, I wish I could nap in the middle of the stream. That'd be real swell.
Has your lust for blood and battle been satisfied, my holy Jumanji sword?
No, I need a lot more than this. Give me more blood.
Okay, I would have liked Kiyoshika a lot sooner if she was doing that more frequently.
Huh, I didn't know the holy Jumanji sword talked like that. I'm more concerned about where the commander is.
They couldn't have only sent those minions. The commander must be lurking somewhere.
Oh my! What is all the smoke?
Smoke? Or maybe poison gas?
It's just mist, guys. M-I-S-T.
Fine water droplets floating in the air that's harmless to the human body.
Wait, I remember this mist. The person hiding behind it should be...
Yay! The mist is gone. I can see everything clearly now. Look over there! Is that...
Yes! That's the commander for this battle!
There we go.
Whew! Victory is ours this time.
That was a tricky enemy.
What are we gonna do with her?
Everyone turned back to look at the commander.
Please, don't kill me.
Oh yeah, Ava.
My name is Ava, the paragon of nature.
Ava?
I didn't know why, but I felt like I'd heard that name before.
Please, spare me. For the love of God.
Ava brought her hand up to her mask. In a swift, smooth movement, took it off.
The same as Vashna's.
She looks just like a human.
No need to pay her appearance any mind.
What? Why?
Because she is to be executed.
No. Spare me. Please. Please don't kill me. I'll be useful. I can give you lots of intel. I'll give you anything. Just please, spare me.
So the lady insists. Any thoughts?
A dramatic bluff if I have ever seen one. Any intel she provides is bound to be full of fabrications.
No, I would never. I only speak the truth. I think we should kill her too. Why? Surely you understand why we would hesitate to trust the words of the enemy.
You'll say something sweet to suck up to us, and then turn around and betray us the first chance you get.
You're all being so awful. Why won't anyone believe me?
Ava kept pleading like this. With us, her face filled with a woeful expression. Hiroko glanced at her scornfully before speaking up again.
Takumi, you're the leader, so you decide.
Everyone turned to look at me, waiting for my reply. At that moment, I could suddenly feel extra eyes on me. I traced the source of the sensation back to the rooftop. where I could see the 4 other members, Darumi, Shoma, Ima, and Keiko. Killing everyone now would make them even more wary of me. After all, their suspicions were rooted in the fact that I had killed Ido. If I did the same thing now, that would undoubtedly cement the image of me as a heartless killer in their minds. I want to avoid giving them that impression. No, to be honest, even if those 4 hadn't been watching.
Please, I beg of you. Don't kill me.
I could never kill someone so earnestly pleading for her life. It just wasn't right. I felt ashamed for even allowing myself to consider or deciding the fate of another person through calculating what would benefit me the most. So I looked in the eyes of her own president and said,
Let Ava live. We'll imprison her here and interrogate her later.
You gotta be shitting me.
You truly believe that to be the best path?
Yes,
I think you will regret this.
I won't. Because I'll hold myself fully responsible for making it work.
Very well. Our leader has spoken.
Thank you, Mr. Leader. Your name is Takumi, if I remember correctly. I can't thank you enough for this. From the bottom of my heart.
Ava was choking on her words and bawling her eyes out. The next instant, an intense pain spread through my back. Forcing myself to join the battle when I hadn't been fully healed and reopen the wound. A sharp pain split out my spine. I crumbled to the ground, unable to exert any strength at all. A hazy veil hung over my mind, blocking me from making out what the others around me were saying. I slowly slipped into sweet, silent serenity.
Burn out of troops, time to rise and shine. Get ready for your 24th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Prepare to spend
And another day, doing the undurable and suffering the insufferable, just here for humanity, greatness. Your lives in Texas school from Pile and Barbaric Enemy.
I woke up to the familiar sight of Nozomi sitting in front of me. This time she noticed right away that I was awakened, screamed and ran around the room.
I refuse to voice that soundbite. What the fuck would I do for that?
Leapt to her feet with a near piercing scream. He scuttled around the room even longer than the time before finally coming to a stop. And then she stood there in a daze. I watched the entire scene play out before sitting up. Why are you so surprised? Didn't the exact same thing happen before?
But you were out for 13 days the last time. So I've been a little more than 2 days this time. Can you blame me?
That means today is...
Day 24.
What time? Well, I guess I don't need to ask. The morning announcement just played. Nozomi nodded.
Are you feeling better?
I'm fine.
Stop putting on an act, okay? Remember what happened during the last defensive battle?
I do. As long as I don't force myself to fight like that day, I'll be fine, see?
Really?
Yeah. Despite my confident reply, Nozomi still seemed unconvinced. By the way, what happened to Io after he passed out?
Well, she refused to tell us anything.
What? But she promised to give us intel every spirit of her life.
We reminded her about that promise as well, but then she said,
I'm not going to tell you anything because the offer to share intel with me to Takumi. Your team leader, not you.
and that's why she's refusing to say anything until you can go talk to her, I guess.
Damn it. Who's she trying to pull? Nozomi and I head to the cafeteria together, where the other 7 who had fought in the battle 3 days ago are all gathered. When they saw me, they were a lot of shouting, squealing, cheering, and happy noises. They congratulated me on my recovery. Well, it felt a little more subdued than their reactions 3 days ago. Again, I did get a 13-day coma that time. Still, celebration went on for quite a while. I ate my first meal, that was only for now, in a long time while being surrounded by their warm and welcoming voices. Boom.
Give me a second.
I went back to my room for a break. Now then, there was really no question what I was going to do next. I have to find out who Gaku's real killer is. I didn't believe the real killer was one of us. Then I had to find a way to prove that the killer was someone from the outside of the school. In any case, if I can prove my innocence, I could regain the trust of our holdouts. Then they would join the future battles. Guess I should start investigating. So I would start paying a visit and ask questions.
Alright, let's go this way.
Tsubasa, I get it, but what are you doing here, Takamaru? Because you said she found something cool, duh. What is it?
There's a box of junk inside this garage. I rummaged through it and found this.
What's that?
It's a voice changer. See that patch thing on the tip of the cable? Stick it to your throat and you can use it to freely change your voice to anything you like. You can make it go higher, lower, or as smooth as butter. Also, if you have a sample recording that's long enough, you can also make yourself talk with that voice too. Isn't it cool?
Sure, but what is it doing here?
Oh, I wouldn't know. Maybe it's specifically to be used in a murder mystery to confuse us.
Maybe whoever used this place left it behind? Who would that be? How the heck would I know?
What are you doing here, Takumi?
Oh, right. I told them why I was there. Investigating Gaku's murder, huh?
I think you're looking in the wrong place. We don't have anything new to share.
We were all fast asleep in our rooms when he died. We couldn't have possibly seen or heard anything or anyone suspicious. Any personal guesses? Like, do you know if anyone had a grudge against Gaku? They turned and looked at each other.
Takumi!
Are you thinking one of us is the killer? No, that's not it.
I already told you. The culprit is an outsider who's already escaped outside the wall of fire after killing Gaku.
Yeah, that's what I think too. I don't want to be suspicious of anyone anymore. Ain't gonna make that mistake again. He was probably referring to the time when he suspected I was the killer. Okay, thanks for sharing your thoughts with me. After saying that, I turned to leave. I was then beaten over the head and fell unconscious for 13 days.
Okay.
Kurara and Kiyoshika, what are you two doing here?
So, this is where this Gaku person was killed?
It was weighing on our minds, so we came.
Everyone here is such a dimwit that it's highly likely that they missed a vital piece of evidence or two.
Oh, so you're here for the same reason I am.
Are you investigating the case as well, Sir Takumi?
Yeah, do you want to help me out since you're already here? I want to re-examine the scene of the crime. We analyzed the room together, but found nothing of note.
Did you investigate this place immediately after the murder took place?
Yeah, before we cleaned Gaku's blood off the floor. But we didn't find any clues that would bring us close to the identity of the killer then, either.
How about the murder weapon?
Despite our best efforts, we haven't found it yet. It's not in this classroom or anywhere else on school grounds.
What about the threatening note scribbled on the digital blackboard?
Was it erased?
Yeah, it was making us uneasy, so...
That was a stupid thing to do.
We could have used the handwriting to pinpoint the killer.
They weren't wrong. Thankfully, I actually know from another timeline that the person who did this probably wasn't the killer. By the way, there's something I need to ask you. I asked them what they were doing between the night of day 4 and the morning of day 5.
Wait, are you suspicious of us?
Not really, it's just...
I was sleeping in my room at second to last Defense Academy, of course.
As was I, in my own room, that is. I can't believe we're on your list of suspects. Look at me, I'm the very epitome of innocence.
Epitome.
Hey, what's with that look?
I mean, have you seen yourself?
More like the epitome of I got something to hide.
You are talking about my mask, right? Are you telling me to take it off? No, absolutely not. This mask stays on no matter what anybody...
Right before she finished her sentence, Kiyoshika snatched her mask away, revealing Kuroma's face. She held the mask up high before throwing it on the ceiling catwalk. Wow, that's so mean of Kiyoshika.
Oh, my mask is gone. My mask. Where did you hide it?
Kurama kept looking around in a panic. It didn't seem like she noticed Kiyoshika and throw the mask away. It didn't really matter. What did matter was her exposed face. It's Kurama.
Huh?
Oh no, I was just thinking about how you look the same in the other timeline too.
Why would I look different? It's the face I was born with. I know you're trying to say this face is too cute to be natural, right? But I swear I never did anything to it. I don't care about that. Where's my mask? I feel naked without it. Don't look at me!
I believe I just saw Sir Takamaru taking your mask somewhere.
And that bonehead, give the mask back to me, Takamaru!
She dashed out of the classroom, shaking away.
Wow, Kiyoshika's like really fucking clever when she's not being a bonehead, written as a bonehead. My, her actions are as adorable as she looks. We ought to let her run around like that for a while.
Kiyoshika disappeared after saying that. Now alone in
It would have been amazing if the mask had been up there.
But I doubt it. I learned everything new might stick around. Guess I should go to...
Bum 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 bum.
Hiroko and Yukando, what are you guys doing here?
Nothing questionable. I always just feel calmer next to dead bodies.
That is extremely questionable if you ask me.
I do not know why, but I just found myself when I come here.
Do normal people find themselves wanting to come to a morgue?
It's a lot less questionable than coming to the morgue to feel calmer next to dead bodies.
Even I can agree with that. Yukando put his hand over his mouth and giggled.
What about you?
I told him I was investigating Gaku's murder case.
I see. So you're here to re-examine the corpse. I doubt there's anything new to discover.
Yeah, but it wouldn't hurt. With that, I started investigating Gaku's dead body again. He didn't make any new discoveries, just like Hiroko said. What was that?
What was the cause of death? Hemorrhagic shock. How about the murder weapon? A foot-long blade. The shape of the wound seemed to indicate a kitchen knife of sorts. Have you found the knife? Not yet.
Wait a minute. Why is Yukando suddenly acting all detective-like?
I'm just curious. Don't mind me. Let me see. You already told us the estimated time of death when we were at the second to last Defense Academy. Yes, between 1 and 4 a.m. on day 5. Before you ask, I was sleeping in my room at that time.
What about you, Yukando?
What?
What were you doing between the night of day 4 and the morning of day 5?
Is that relevant to the case?
I'm just trying to cover all the bases, please.
Yes, to say, I was in my room at second to last Defense Academy during that period of time. Or perhaps I should say, I was in dreamland, for I was sleeping like the dead.
Ah, right.
Why do you ask?
Because...
Are you hesitating to say out loud? Then I'll do it on your behalf, because you were an assassin, Yugamu. Yes. That is certainly a reason to be suspicious. However, I am much chagrined. I do not revel in being murder. Indiscriminate killing goes against my personal code. There's always the possibility that Gaku was someone special to you. Impossible. I have never met this Gaku when he was alive. Of course, I have no evidence to back that statement up. All I can do is plead for you to believe my words.
I trust you. I don't hesitate to answer because I had seen Yukando and Gaku's relationship in the previous timeline. There was just no way they had met each other before this. His statement about not killing me was quite possibly true as well. The previous timeline, Yukando never killed any of his allies and never showed any indication that he wanted to.
Ha 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 ha! Your trust in me is heartening.
He smiled a little after he said that. Well, I guess I'm done here then. Thanks for listening to me. After thanking them, I turned around and left.
Hi, everybody.
What are you guys doing here? My question, the four of them tensed up and look at each other.
Nothing in particular.
We were just bored, that's all.
There are lots of things we can use to relieve our boredom here.
After hearing their reply, I informed them that I was investigating Gaku's murder case. They were taken aback.
What? Are you out of your mind?
Gaku was killed in the early morning on day 5. Almost 20 days have passed since then. Why now?
Oh, I don't know. Could it possibly be that I've been in a coma for like 90% of that time and I haven't had a goddamn motherfucking chance? Cause you guys said you wouldn't trust me until I sniffed out the real culprit, remember?
Does that mean you're suspicious of us?
I didn't say that. It's actually much better if I can prove beyond a shadow of a doubt the role is, and the more people confirm our innocence, the sooner we can prove that the killer had never been what it was to begin with.
I see your point, but I'm afraid that will be difficult to accomplish.
Why?
Nobody from Group 1 has a verifiable alibi. Oh, Group 1 as in the original members of the LDA Special Defense Unit. Meanwhile, whereas Group 2...
It refers to the 5 members from second to last Defense Academy?
Wait, Sister Dearest, but you and I have ironclad alibis. Because we were sleeping together in the same room, that doesn't hold any water from an objective point of view. It's just as Hiroko said.
Testimony of your sibling doesn't count.
Mr. Mia, you're distrustful of us too?
Who said that? You're jumping the gun here.
What if you looked into possible motives?
Motives?
Like, is there anyone among you who had something against Gaku?
Takumi, are you really expecting someone to say yes to a question like that?
Besides, as Mr. Jinzaki mentioned just now, Mr. Marco was killed in the early morning on day 5. At that point, we'd only known each other for 4 days. Hardly enough time to develop a grudge deep enough to stab someone that many times over.
Yeah.
And that's the truth.
Yeah, I guess.
That's why I believe there's no point in trying to solve this case by looking at motives. That murder was carried out by a lunatic. That's the only way for it to make any sense. Which means the prime suspect would be...
The craziest lunatic of all. The man, the myth, the meme himself to kill me.
Why me?
Because you killed Mr. Tsuki so easily, just like that. And without any proof.
How many times do I have to explain? He betrayed us in another future, and that's why...
How'd you say that to the police?
That even hold up in a court of law. I killed him to stop him from carrying out a crime in the future. Does that sound like a good defense to you?
In the end, it was the same. It wasn't worth repeating, so I didn't bother continuing. Simply sighed deeply, shook my head, and left.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Hey guys, what are you doing here?
Give me 1 second.
Listening a calming sound of running water.
We're trying to make ourselves as comfortable as possible.
Comfortable, huh?
What about you?
Oh, actually, I told him I was investigating Gaku's murder case.
Well, that's got nothing to do with us then, right? Marco it was killed between 1 and 4 a.m. on day 5. Both of us were at number 2 that day. Oh, just in case, number 2 is in second last Defense Academy. Whole thing's too long to keep repeating, so I shortened it.
We've also taken to calling this place number 1. Although its official name is Last Defense Academy, showing it to last sounds strange, so we settled on number 1 instead.
Got it. Thanks for explaining.
Hey, are you suspecting us?
Of course not.
Actually, it's not completely impossible for one of us from number 2 to have done it.
What?
Many of us could have used the school bus to travel to and from here overnight.
Oh, now that you mention it. Bet What time is it? 11 p.m. Someone could have set off at midnight after everyone else had fallen asleep. If it pushed his butts to its limits, it would have taken about 3 hours to get here. Putting their time of arrival around 3 a.m. If they took only 30 minutes to finish the job, they could have left number 1 by 30 a.m.
And returned to number 2 around 6:30 a.m. just before the morning announcement at 7 a.m.
Also, if someone from number 2 coming here wouldn't have triggered the wall of fire's intruder alert.
That's true. Wait, you're telling me this isn't members of number 2 yourselves?
Oh, sorry for shooting my mouth off like that. It's just, it doesn't quite feel as real to me because I've never met the victim.
Just in case, I asked them what they were doing between 11 p.m. on day 4 and 7 a.m. on day 5. And as I expected, their answers were the same.
I was sleeping like a log in my room. Me too.
Alright.
Yippee! Takumi, you've regained consciousness.
Yeah, though battling you is what caused me to faint in the first place.
Sorry about that.
You're actually apologizing to me?
Why wouldn't I? You saved my life.
I heard you were really standoffish to the others.
That wasn't my intention. I merely said I wouldn't be sharing any information that Takumi wasn't here.
It was pointless asking any of her information about Gaku's murder case, so I asked her for information about the enemy instead. I'm here now. Tell me everything useful you know.
Useful?
Yeah, like the enemy HQ location, invader types, their troops, your war strategy. With that, Ava's face suddenly clouded over.
I'm sorry. I'm feeling a little unwell.
Fainting illness now? Give me a break.
I'm not fainting. It's true.
That wasn't what you promised. Came here alone like you asked, okay?
Alone?
Does it look like there's anyone else with me?
No, that's not what I was wondering about. It's just, I never asked you to come here alone. All I said was I would talk to once Takumi was here.
What do you mean?
Whatever it is, I do not think I am able to talk. Please leave me for now.
It was clearly feigning illness, but there was nothing I could do to make her talk. Her prison cell is locked. I won't be able to go inside without the key, and it's not like I can force her to spit out the information I want, even if I could. It's ridiculous. I cursed and kicked a pebble as I left the courtyard. Fish talking with everybody. Sally didn't manage to unearth anything new. Well, nobody on number 1 had an alibi. They didn't have a motive either. Nothing's changed about this. But the 5 new members from number 2, I realized any one of them could have been the culprit. They could have taken the school bus to and from number 1 and number 2 to overnight. They would also enter without triggering the alarm. All this investigation had done was throw more names in the suspect list. The murder weapon was still missing, and the killer left no trace at the scene of the crime. In short, there were 0 clues to go on. How do I even continue the investigation like this? I sighed and collapsed into bed.
Oh boy.
I changed her clothes and night slowly took over.
You never know when the will then.
Siri's carefree voice faded away in the darkness, only to be slowly taken over by a cold silence. It was in that silence I found myself heading to a certain place. The courtyard. Where Ava was being held. I walked closer to a cage and stopped just in front of it.
Takumi, is something wrong? You look very tired.
I'm not. You're just imagining things.
Well then, why are you here? And Shoma's bringing food to me. He told me about Gaku. He also shared a lot of other things with me. I'm aware of your current predicaments. You mustn't lie to yourself, Takumi.
What?
The truth is, you think the killer is among the 12 of you, right?
No, I don't.
Please, you can be honest with me. I won't tell anyone.
I'm the only one you can remove as a suspect because I only arrived here 3 days ago. It's literally impossible for me to have killed Gaku. If I had managed to slip in somehow without triggering the alarm, I wouldn't have stopped at Gaku. In short, I'm the only one in this school that you can trust right now. You've come here because deep inside, you know that's true. Am I wrong?
You may be right. The words spilled out of my mouth before I'd stop myself. I couldn't even be sure if I meant what I said.
You and I are the same, Takumi. I don't trust my allies either. Especially not Veshness.
Why is that?
That battle 3 days ago. She was supposed to send reinforcements for me, but they never came. She was using me as bait.
Bait? She stopped and continued nodding and continued talking.
She should have seen me being caught from where she was located, but she didn't do anything. Because that was her plan all along.
Wait a minute, I thought Veshness was dead?
That is what everyone seems to believe. But is it really true? I'm still of the opinion that she's still alive out there. Takumi, here's the straight truth. There's a bomb inside my body. The detonator is on a joint in my left hand pinky figure. Moving in a particular motion triggers an explosion. Anyone standing within a 25-yard radius at that time will be blown to smithereens. Please relax. I don't intend on going through this. If I did, I would have done it a long time ago. Anyway, Vesh ordered me to do this. If you get caught, blow yourself up in front of everyone in the Special Defense Unit. I was not to humiliate myself by becoming a prisoner of war.
But you didn't do that.
My orders were to detonate in front of everyone. I was to blow up every single member of the Special Defense Unit. I didn't detonate the bomb when you apprehended me because the 4 other members were on the rooftop.
I get it now. That's why you wouldn't offer any intel until I came.
But you came alone, which defeated the purpose of the request. You were all supposed to come together.
That was Vesh's plan, huh?
Yes, to allow you to capture me before detonating, taking out everyone in one fell swoop. That's why she didn't send reinforcements.
Eva clutched her jaw and lowered her head, her eyes brimming with tears. Okay, I understand the situation better now, but why are you sharing this top secret plan with me?
I wasn't lying when I said I was feeling unwell this afternoon. It was bothering me that much. I had to choose between lying to you and eventually killing everyone here. And or telling the truth and joining your side. The weight of that decision made me feel so ill.
But in the end, you decided to side with me.
Yes, because I could never betray someone who saved my life. One more thing. Your eyes, when I look into them, I sense something familiar.
Something familiar?
Solitude. It dwells within you. Those lonely eyes were what drew my heart to you.
Your words weighed heavily on me. Felt like something I was trying to desperately keep hidden had been forcibly exposed. Yet instead of panicking, I felt a strange sense of relief deep inside. I may have been unknowingly putting a barrier between myself and the others because of my suspicions. It truly felt like Ava was the only one I could open up to. Because she was the only one I could say with absolute certainty didn't kill Gaku.
By the way, are you going to ask me about our army?
No, I'm not in the mood for that right now. I probably wouldn't remember anything anyway.
Then may I ask for a favor?
Go on.
Please return my mask to me.
Your mask?
The mask I was wearing on the battlefield. My people highly value our masks. We consider them as a part of us. Without it, I feel exposed.
Fine, your mask, right?
Yes. Thank you so much.
I had mixed feelings about our conversation. Chaotic mix of slight relief, immense guilt, and great confusion. Ah! A loud cry, jumped in bed and resigned myself to the sight ahead.
Alright, I'll save and then get a snack. That's my plan.
service here at Last Defense Academy. Prepare to spend
Another day and starting the enjoyable and suffering the insufferable. Ready for humanity's future greatness.
Be ready to give your life.
After waking up to the usual morning announcement, I walked out of my room straight into Tsubasa.
Good morning, Takumi. Having your breakfast?
Alright, I'm gonna save here. Alright. And there we go.
I'm back! Hooray!
Yeah. Hey, can I ask you something?
What is it?
You know what happened to Ava's mask?
Ava's mask?
Yeah, that thing she was wearing on the battlefield before she revealed her true face.
Oh, that. It's being kept somewhere in the garage.
Great, thanks. I'll go grab it later. I mean, after saying that. The door of the stairwell flew open and Kiyoshika came charging over. She quickly ran over us with a strained look on her face and said,
Something disturbing has been discovered in the classroom on the first floor.
Something
Disturbing? You must come immediately. Everyone else is already on their way.
Uh-oh. I followed Tsubasa and Kiyoshika to the classroom on the first floor, dashing inside upon arrival. What? No way.
Not again.
It was a repeat of day 4. Somebody had used a red spray paint to write something on the digital blackboard again. Only difference was the content of the text. This time it said, "Let's play a killing game." Who found it first?
'Twas I. Upon discovering this foul scene, I immediately set off to inform everybody of it.
What were you doing here in the first place?
Ah, yes, well, I had wished to retrieve Lady Kurama's mask before breakfast.
It had been left on the ceiling catwalk since he floated up there yesterday.
Kiyoshika, you shall pay for this later.
Kurama was already wearing her mask. She must have retrieved it before the rest of us came running in.
Who would do something like this?
Isn't it obvious? It's the same bastard who wrote the last threat. The same one who killed Gaku.
Are you sure? The handwriting seems a little different. My dear sister's sharp perception pierces through everything.
So someone else wrote this?
Who? Wait, could it be Ava?
No, I don't think that's possible. I delivered breakfast to her just now. Her cage was properly locked.
Who has the key?
I do. It's the only copy in existence. Also, there's a special IC chip embedded inside that makes it impossible to duplicate.
You can think about the author later. I'm more curious what this killing game is supposed to refer to. Which part of killing game is so hard to understand? It's a game where you kill or be killed. It still doesn't make sense. Who plays? What are the rules? Where? How? When? Why?
Suddenly, Showa raised his voice.
Everybody look! There's something on the teacher's desk.
This looks like a tape recorder.
I guess we should listen to it. I pressed play and an eerie sounding voice came on the recorder.
The game has officially begun.
Have I heard this particular voice before?
Like the blackboard says, let's all play a killing game together. The name of this game is the Invader Hunt.
The message continued. Anyone willing to participate should gather in the leisure lounge at 12 p.m. All who refuse to join the game will be eliminated. That is all. With those eerie words, the voice stopped. Silence prevailed. We could have heard a pin drop. We were all frowning. Nobody said anything. The last note hadn't been a prank. Zero was destroyed and Gaku was murdered. This still could have been written by the same person. His last words especially kept echoing loudly in my mind. All who refuse to join the game will be eliminated.
By the way, Keiko, you mentioned something about the handwriting of this message being different from the last. Maybe the culprit deliberately changed it. We should keep that possibility in mind.
Too soon we jump into conclusions about two different culprits when the MO's the same.
So, Gaku's murder is on the move again?
Basically, this could be from the same person who killed Gaku. So we might be able to find their true identity by joining the game. But adoption came with major risks. The monster who started searing slaughtered Gaku was behind it after all. Join the game despite the risks. We try to keep everyone as safe as possible. We had until 7 p.m. to decide what to do, but it didn't seem prudent to delay our decision until the last minute. We had to stay united, all of us. For that to happen, I had to clearly express my opinion of the matter first as team leader. What was our best option? Should we join the game or ignore it completely? I thought long and hard about what to say, and then I made my decision.
Also no, I believe. Into your future.
Guys, here's what I think. I'm not going to join this invader hunt thing.
Right. Of course not. A rational decision.
I hope you can all follow my lead by this.
I know I will.
There's nothing to be afraid of if we all reject it together. Hey! Don't speak Ariel just yet. What, you mean you're joining? Of course! I never get a chance to live out my fantasies like this again! Besides, the invader hunt makes it sound like it's gonna be an absolute blast! I'm with Takumi on this one. You'll find me playing that game over my dead body. This invader hunt is just a culprit trying to trick us into believing it'll be fun, but it's clearly say on the blackboard that this is a killing game.
The recording said as much too. I'll follow Takumi's lead as well. It's against my artistic principles to kill for entertainment.
Message didn't make sense anyway. Sponsor said those not in the game will be eliminated, but we'd all get eliminated sooner or later if we did join.
Don't be stupid. Nobody has to die if we win, right? Right? Doremi, are you listening to yourself? Huh? You're taking this I love killing games persona a little too far, aren't you? I am not. I'm saying what I really think.
Doremi's pigtails swayed as she vigorously shook her head in denial. There was clearly some uncertainty in her eyes. What about you, Hiroko? You haven't said anything yet.
Either choice is fine with me.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I'm not interested in this game at all. I am, however, interested in finding out the sponsor's identity.
They'll make the move
eventually, whether we join this silly game or not. That's when we'll swoop in and bring that sicko down, right? That's more or less what I was thinking.
Then we have an answer.
Yes, we're not going to join the invader hunts. Doremi, you don't mind, do you?
I do mind, but I'm not gonna play a killing game by myself. Oh, fine. Fine, I'll go with the majority.
After that, we decided to stay together until the stipulated time. We didn't know what might happen, so there was always the possibility a sponsor was one of us. Being whatever meant we could prevent the sponsor from trying anything. I didn't tell anyone about that second reason, though. They all seemed convinced the sponsor was an outsider who had infiltrated the school. Well, they were acting like they thought that anyway. The sky turned dark as we whiled our time away. Finally, it was 7 p.m., the time mentioned in the voice recorder. That was when I threw open the door to the leisure lounge open. Not because I wanted to join the game, of course. I was there to declare as team leader that none of us would be joining. Everyone else stayed outside just in case. Turning around, I could see the others trying to peer in through the door, which was slightly ajar. There was nobody inside the room, not even a faint presence. After looking around, I lifted my head up to the ceiling and shouted, "Hey, are you there? Can you see me? I'm here to tell you that none of us will be joining your stupid invader hunt." No response at all? Have it your way. That's all I wanted to say. Have a bad night. After that cold farewell, I turned around and stepped out of the leisure lounge.
Oh boy, you really said it. After the sponsor said they'd kill us all if we refused to play the game. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Oh, will it be okay? Kodaka got killed the last time we did this.
But that killer fled and outside the wall of fire, remember? Most likely, yeah. That's why the sponsor of this game probably isn't one of us. Keiko even said this morning the handwriting was different this time. I can't be completely sure because I used spray paint. If the sponsor wasn't the one who killed Gaku, there's also the possibility this entire thing was just a prank.
So we need not be unnecessarily shaken?
That's if the sponsor wasn't the killer. The truth of the matter remains to be seen.
Eventually, everyone momentarily silent after that.
Question. What's the plan for tonight?
Plan?
Our sleeping arrangements. Where should we all spend the night? I'm definitely sleeping in my dear sister's room. I'll stay with Sakamaru.
No way.
What?
You don't trust to kill me even after you saved my life. You and me are through, man.
But
If Takuma twins aside, why don't we sleep in our own rooms like normal? Just lock the door and you'll be fine.
I agree. There are 13 more people here. Making everyone sleep in pairs would leave one person out.
Alright, but why not put that person with one of the other pairs?
We should avoid having 3 people in one room. It's too risky. Risky? Why? Ugh, not again. Our team's already discussed this to death, and now I have to repeat myself.
Despite our complaints, Yuriko carefully explained those from the other academy why we decided having 3 people in a room together was a bad idea.
That does make sense.
We should all go back to our own rooms then. No, you've just triggered the mother of all death flags and you don't even know it. Well, I think it's spice up things up around here.
That decided, we all returned to our rooms to sleep after dinner. Ema insisted on sleeping in Keiko's room, but nobody protested at that point.
Whoops.
Be ready to give your life to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy.
In the morning, I headed to the cafeteria for breakfast, only to find that everyone else was already there.
One, 3, 9. Oh my! How is it that I count 14 souls?
Because you're terrible at math. There are only 13 people here. You see, nothing bad happened.
So it was just a prank after all? But by who? And for what purpose?
If you're asking me, I think the most likely suspect is... We all turned to look at the room and...
Wait a minute, you're accusing me of being the game's sponsor?
I don't think so. Kamui doesn't have the guts to pull off something like that.
Grr, you underestimate me. I may not have guts, but I'm still got brain meats. They're small and overpowered, but they're there all the same.
Oh, for the love of murder.
Hey, can't we just be happy that nothing happened?
Please excuse me for exposing you to my foul-smelling dumpster, but why did we all have breakfast together?
After breakfast, we all headed off to do our own things. Even nothing bad happened after all. As for me, I went back to my room. Almost immediately, a visitor came knocking. I opened the door to find Tsubasa standing outside. Did something happen?
You asked about Ava's mask yesterday, remember? I brought it here for you.
Thanks. Sorry about the trouble. I took the mask from her.
What are you gonna do with that?
I was thinking of returning it to Ava.
What, you trust her now?
Not really, it's just...
Oh, I know. You fell in love with her.
What? Of course not. Tsubasa narrowed her eyes at me and I felt my palms get sweaty.
Never mind. It's none of my business. Everyone's free to love who they want.
I told you that's not it!
But since they're talking at the mask, I looked over out of curiosity. I found something pretty interesting. The mask isn't an ordinary accessory. It actually comes installed with a bunch of high-tech features. Infrared night vision, zoom functions, organic light detection. There's even a miniature air tank inside that allows it to turn into a gas mask. Using an air tank, the wearer can completely shut off from the outside world for as long as 13 minutes. For as long as 30 minutes.
That's amazing. Well, sounds like being wasted to get it back to Ava.
You wouldn't be able to use it, Takumi. It's custom made to fit a specific shape. Ava's the only one who can wear it.
Guess I might as well give it back after all. And for the best technology in the world, you can't possibly harm any of us from inside that cage, right? Tsubasa thought about it for a while before nodding in agreement.
By the way, when she gonna give us information about the enemy? She did promise to be useful if we spared her life. I think it would be best if we could get her to join us as an ally.
An ally?
Yeah, so she can fight in defensive battles along with us. We'd need some kind of safety measure before allowing her to cut loose, of course. Like a collar with a bomb, maybe. That should put everyone at ease, right? If she tries to run or do anything funny, all you have to do is stop her, just press a button and activate the bomb.
A bubble up in my mind is Tsubasa speaking. Tsubasa? Let's say there was already a self-destruction device in Ava's body. Would it be possible for someone else to activate it?
That's not how the bomb was built. Detonation mechanism was designed to be triggered remotely, then maybe...
Oh, in that case your plan might actually work.
The detonator joint in my left-hand pinky finger. Moving in no particular motion, it triggers an explosion.
Wait, you are being serious? You aren't just speaking hypothetically?
Do you think there's something you can do?
You want me to create a detonation device for the bomb inside her?
Yes, once it's done, we'll have the perfect safety measure.
And then we can allow Ava to join us, huh? Alright, I'll give her a shot.
Awesome! I'm counting on you. After Tsubasa left, I went to look for Hiroko to get the key from her. The key that would open Ava's cage. I walked into the courtyard, her mask in hand.
Takumi.
Here you go, as promised.
That's my mask.
Sure is. I opened the cage using the key Hiroko gave me. After handing Ava's mask back to her, I closed the door and locked it again.
Thank you, Takumi. I don't know what to say.
No need, just keep it my promise. Well, I'll be seeing you. I turned around, giving a casual wave as I walked away. I'm back in my room, but now what? There's nothing for me to do here. I just hope you'll take a walk around school. Alright. Damn it.
Okay. Damn it. Nice. Nope.
Time to get moving.
Heady, soldiers. It's time to hit the hay. You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest up while you still can. Well then, good night.
I went to bed after an uneventful day. No, it only seemed uneventful. Something may have been brewing beneath the scenes without me noticing. So I had no way of ascertaining that. I decided to simply go to bed and embrace sleep for the night.
Burn out of troops! Time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 27th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy! Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready to give your life to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy!
I woke up in the morning, the announcement played. It barely finished when a piercing scream resounded in my ears. I jumped out of bed and dashed out of my room. Hiroko, Tsubasa, and Takamaru were on the roof already.
What was that? Was that Shoma just now?
Yeah, I came running out when I heard it.
I was already here when she came out. The scream came from the back of the building. Are you sure? Trust me, I've got a dog's hearing. Okay, let's go. We made our way down the stairs as quickly as we could and headed for the back of the school. Didn't take long for us to reach our destination, where we saw...
Oh my god!
I rushed over to check his pulse and breathing.
Nothing. He's dead.
No way.
By this time, other team members had come running as well. It was Nozomi, Moko, Kiyoshika, Yukamu, and Karara. Gasping, their eyes went wide when they saw Shoma's body.
Shoma,
Impossible.
what is this? Is he breathing?
No, unfortunately.
Get your act together. It's too early to give up. We just heard him screaming. He can't have been dead longer than 10 minutes.
Right. We can use the Revive-O-Matic to bring him back.
Let's get him to the infirmary.
Yes, but just one moment.
The hell?
Sir Ima, Lady Kako, and Lady Darumi have not shown up yet.
Hey, you're right.
Maybe they woke up early and went to the cafeteria first?
Even so, they should have heard the scream. Weird that they didn't come running like the rest of us.
Are they all dead?
This isn't the time to discuss that. Get Shoma to the infirmary now.
Yeah, I'll carry him there on my back. I don't know how to work the Revive-O-Matic, though.
I'll come with you. The rest of you can go look for Ima, Kako, and Darumi.
Got it.
Takamaru put Shoma on his back and immediately ran to the infirmary with Tsubasa. The rest of us then split to look for Ima, Keiko, and Darumi. Since the person who attacked Shoma could still be lurking nearby, we split into teams for safety. I partnered up with Hiroko. We decided to start with the cafeteria. We made our way there as soon as we could, but there was nobody in cells inside. Ima, Keiko, Darumi, anybody there? No response. Looks like they're not here.
Yes, let's try somewhere else.
Turning around, we dashed down the hallway towards the gym. But then when we got there... Hey, I can't open the door!
Is it locked?
I peered through the small opening in the slightly ajar door. There's a latch! Someone latched the door from the inside! Hiroko and I looked at each other nervously, neither daring to breathe.
We're going to have to break the door down.
You're right! On 3, 2, 1! One more time! 1, 2, 3! The door refused to budge even after we threw against it numerous times. Soon the noise we were making started attracting others to the gym as well. We need some help here, guys! What we were trying to do was obvious enough that we didn't have to explain. Everyone nodded, took a couple of steps back, and prepared to charge the door. Ready? Go! The latch broke apart with a cracking sound. We all tumbled in the gym together, and lying on the floor in front of us.
This is unbelievable.
I ran to Keiko and put a finger on her neck. There was no pulse. She was deathly cold. Hiroko came from behind me and started examining Keiko's body. When she finished, she turned to look at the others and silently shook her head.
But it's okay. She couldn't have been dead for too long, like Shoma. Then we should take her to the infirmary now.
Yeah.
Nozomi ran over Keiko and lifted her up. As she did, something fell out from Keiko's right hand. What's this? A medicine bottle. By the time I noticed it, Nozomi had already run out of the gym carrying Keiko's body. The rest of us started to leave. Hiroko suddenly spoke up.
Wait, Yugamu. You go with Nozomi. Moko, Kiyoshika, Karara, continue looking for Ima and Darumi. And Takumi, you stay here.
What? Why?
Just do as I say for now. I'll explain later.
Alright.
Let us be off at once!
The others nodded at each other and then ran toward the hallway. Leaving only Hiroko and myself at the scene of the crime. Why only me?
There's only one exit here, and it was latched shut.
I turned to look at the exit. Lying on the floor nearby was a mop that had been broken into 3 pieces. The mop handle had been used as a makeshift latch.
It would be impossible for someone to latch the door like that from outside, which means this incident happened in a locked room. Assuming this is true, there are 2 possibilities I can think of. Can you guess what they are?
I answered hesitatingly. The first possibility is that, as much as I hate to say it, Keiko killed herself, right?
Yes. Look at the bottle that dropped from her hand. What does the label say?
TTX.
It's an abbreviation for tetrodotoxin. It's extremely poisonous. Swallowing just 1 or 2 milligrams is fatal.
Are you saying Keiko drank this?
I don't know, but we'll have time to think about that later. The other possibility is the more pressing one. Because if Keiko didn't take the poison herself...
Didn't take me long to make the connection. The killer is still hiding somewhere in the gym?
Yes. If there's a killer, that is. That's why I told you to stay behind.
Alright, let's look around. We were going to search the gym as cautiously as we could. Despite leaving no stone unturned, we didn't find anyone hiding anywhere. This makes it clear that Keiko took her own life.
Does it, though? She was found sliced up at the back of the building around the same time. Don't you find it strange that somebody killed him while Keiko killed herself?
No, there's nothing strange about that if Keiko had been the one to kill Shoma. After stabbing her to death, she ran into the gym, blocked the door with the mop handle, and ingested the poison to kill herself. She tried to stay away point and injected it, even though I really didn't want to say those words out loud.
Maybe, but that wouldn't make sense if Keiko died before Shoma. Remember how Keiko felt when you touched her body?
Yeah, she'd already gone completely cold.
I'd noticed it too. It's probably been several hours since she died.
So Keiko killed herself sometime last night, and then somebody killed Shoma sometime this morning?
Or Keiko was also murdered. That's a possibility as well.
How is that possible when the door is latched from the inside? Wait, there's something more important here. If Keiko had already been dead for a few hours.
Yes, I'm afraid it's already too late for her.
Oh no.
Ima's gonna lose his shit.
Tsubasa and Nozomi and Nukami were in the infirmary when Hiroko and I arrived. They were standing around with grave looks on their faces. How are Shoma and Keiko?
Well, we managed to successfully revive Shoma.
That's great!
Yes, what a relief. But he's still unconscious.
His physical body has been restored to full health, but it seems like he hasn't recovered mentally from the attack yet.
Where is he?
Sleeping in his room. Takamaru's taking care of him.
And what about Keiko?
We put her body in the revivomatic, but...
Alas.
Hiroko and I went behind the revivomatic to look at the monitor. What was written on the screen made our hearts sink. Cause of death, respiratory paralysis-induced asphyxiation. Estimated time of death, day 27, between 1 and 4 a.m. Trace of TTX poison detected in body. Oral intake of TTX presumed to have led to respiratory paralysis-induced asphyxiation. No external injuries found on the body. Too much time has passed since death. Impossible to revive. The silence of the room was broken by the door being thrown open and the 3 people running in. Darumi, you're safe!
Where were you all this time?
In the rec room, playing slots.
You were doing what?
Can't blame me. I overslept this morning and didn't see anyone in the cafeteria. I just assumed everyone else was off doing their own thing. Kyoshika and I found her in the rec room and dragged her here. We've already told her about Shoma and Keiko.
Still, we didn't yet know if they'd been successfully revived, so here we are.
Did it go well?
Just then, 2 other people barged into the room noisily.
Uh-oh! Mr. Suzuki told me what happened. I fell asleep in my dear sister's room last night, but when I woke up, she was nowhere to be found. I've been looking around for her ever since.
I saw him running around the hallways like a headless chicken and brought him here.
Where's my dear sister? What has happened to her?
I explained the situation to everyone who had just arrived. News that Keiko could no longer be revived hit everyone like a ton of bricks. Tears started welling up in Moko and Kyoshika's eyes while Karawa was stifling away under her mask. To Urumi alone, she had no tears. She had a vacant look on her face as she stared absently into space. As for Ima...
Oh boy.
With an anguished cry, the distraught Ima lost all control of reason and began lashing out. We managed to wrestle him to the ground and pin his limbs down even as he struggled violently.
Wait here while I go grab the gamma field.
Joe, what's that?
Powerful anesthetic. We have some in the biolab.
Yugami dashed off as quickly as he could. He came back a while later with a gamma field, which he injected into Ima. The drug caused Ima to weaken and slump over. Yugami observed him closely.
All is fine now. He's unlikely to wake up before tomorrow morning.
Good boy. Checking something real quick.
We moved over the unconscious Ima to his room and decided Moko to watch over him. After that, we took Keiko's body to the morgue. There were now 3 bodies laying in tables on the morgue. Keiko's body was the smallest. I kept staring at her. When I closed my eyes, I could still see her innocent smile. I couldn't believe the girl I had thought of my own little sister was now gone.
When was that established, actually?
An indescribable ache spread through my chest at that thought. Unable to stand the pain, I forced myself to look away. After that, we went to the courtyard to check the cages. Ava was still inside hers, the door securely locked. Hiroko and I went on to tell the others what we'd learned from investigating the gym. The improvised latch, the bottle of poison, and how there'd been no one else inside. While we were talking, the sun had set and the darkness of night was slowly taking over. It was already evening. Since nobody was in the mood for a meal, we gathered in the leisure lounge instead of the cafeteria.
Sir Takamaru, were you not supposed to be attending to Sir Shoma?
Kami took over. She was still cold, but he's physically fine now.
I just don't understand why Keiko would kill herself.
As I've already explained, we don't know for sure that it was suicide. We haven't found a suicide note, not in the gym, on her clothes, or in her room yet.
But the gym door was latched shut from the inside.
And you didn't find anyone else in there, correct? Yes, but I find it hard to accept Keiko had killed herself when Shoma was clearly killed by someone else. Why would she even do such a thing? I won't be fully convinced until a clear reason surfaces.
I think she was murdered too, by that sponsor who was trying to get us to join in the invader hunt. They did warn us this would happen. We all heard what that recording said, remember? All who refuse to join the game will be eliminated.
All who refuse? That means the rest of us are targets too.
Tell us that sponsor wants us to kill us all?
The first warning message is telling you everyone dying too. It sure did. The first and second threats. We assumed they were written by 2 different people because of the handwriting. But I'm starting to think it was the same person after all. We read against the first note. We ignored their demand to leave the academy and chose to stay behind instead. That gave the culprit an idea. Oh, the killing game and force those guys to murder each other. But then you have to get the second request as well. They decided they were going to have to do it themselves. And by it, you mean killing us? Yep, it all makes sense when you think about it this way, don't it? Doesn't it?
That would mean the perpetrators already murdered 4 people.
4?
Sir Gaku, Lady Keiko, Sirai, and Sir Shoma. Though Sir Shoma was lucky enough to escape the jaws of death. So
Ranslov is a ruthless serial killer here.
Can't just let someone butcher our friends and get away scot-free.
But how do we find them? Haven't I mentioned this before? The killer may very well be one of us.
Everyone tensed up at Hiroko's words and started exchanging suspicious glances.
Not everyone's a suspect, though. It would have been impossible for Takumi, Tsubasa, Takamaru, or me to have done this.
How can you be so sure? Oh, that's right. The four of us met each other on the rooftop this morning immediately after hearing Shoma scream. He was stabbed at the back of the building. Even if we could teleport, there's no way we could have appeared on the rooftop right after slicing him up that badly. He wasn't thrown down from the rooftop after being stabbed either. His body hadn't taken any fall damage.
Oh. Just a moment. What if all four of you were working together? Yeah, so it definitely seemed possible from your point of view. That would also mean 1 in 3 of our team are killers. I don't think the SDU would be worth that, or be worth much then.
If reasoning isn't strong enough to prove your innocence.
Anyway, what are the rest of you doing at that time? I remember those who came after us were Nozomi, Kiyoshika, and Karara. Mako and Yugami too, but they weren't here right now. Where did you guys come from?
I ran from the entrance hall.
I simply found myself in a group as heading to the back of the building.
How would you be able to go there?
Well, I heard Showa scream, but I chose to wait in my room first before making a move. Then I overheard you guys talking outside. You said something about the scream coming from the back of the building, remember? So I followed you up to the scene of the crime.
Nozomi and Darumi said the same thing, but I couldn't tell if they were telling the truth. Whatever the case, there was no denying the perpetrator could have joined up with the group halfway through without anyone realizing.
Your suspicions are misplaced, especially when there's a much likelier suspect to cast aspersions on.
Yeah, somebody didn't even show up at the crime scene. Huh? You mean me?
You were totally trying to get us all to join that stupid killing game.
So when we refused to care after a second threat, you decided to... It wasn't me! I had nothing to do with that threat! I overslept, that's all!
We all shot through with deeply suspicious looks. And dismay and bewilderment were palpable. Beads of sweat rolled down her face, making her makeup run.
Hey, can I say something? I think it's counterproductive for us to be down on each other like this. How are we going to handle future battles if we can't even stay united? Let's calm down and think about things rationally. Under normal circumstances, the probability of the killer being an outsider is a lot higher than the alternative.
But would an outsider be able to slip in without triggering the alarm?
Well, that's... Maybe it was Ava.
Impossible. We checked the cage just now, remember? She was still inside and the gate was properly locked. Not only that, I have the key right here. This is the only key and it can't be duplicated, as Hiroko said. Also, I locked my room last night so nobody could have stolen the key while I was asleep.
What if you were working with her?
I can
debunk that theory. Takumi has been with me since morning. If he had let Ava out of her cage last night to stab Shoma, he couldn't have locked it back up this morning without my knowledge. You need the key to lock the cage just as much as you need to unlock it.
That means it's one of us.
No, it can't be. There has to be a way for someone to come in without triggering the alarm. There's always the possibility that nobody slipped in at all.
What are you saying?
I'm saying the killer could have already been hiding in the academy before the first team was dispatched here. It's true. If they were here already, they wouldn't have triggered the alarm. Is that person still hiding in this school right now?
All of a sudden, Tsubasa raised her voice.
I know. I can make an organic life detection device.
Organic life?
Detection device?
Put simply, it's a machine that detects the number of large living organisms on school grounds. It won't be advanced enough to pinpoint their exact locations, but having a precise number should tell us that there's really an outsider hiding here.
Okay, what fucking ever. We're doing this again.
You can make something like that? I found a similar function while I was investigating Eva's mask 2 days ago. I took the opportunity to study it thoroughly. So yes, I can make something like that in 7 days, maybe?
7 days. Until then, let's stop being suspicious of each other like Nozomi suggested. We'll assume the killer is an outsider until proven wrong. What do you guys say? Everyone not in agreement. When I saw that, the world around me started to spin. What is this? That was the last thought on my mind before I shut down completely.
Day 39. Oh boy. Up in Adam's troops, time to rise and shine.
Get ready for your 39th day of active service here at Left Defense protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy.
I woke up to the now all too familiar sight of Nozomi sitting right in front of me. It was deja vu this time. She noticed right away that I was awake and leapt to her feet with an ear-piercing scream. She scuttled around frantically around the room a few times more than the last before telling me to stop, and then she just stood there in a daze. I watched her entire scene play out before sitting up. Nozomi, can you get like a new bit? What day is it today?
Day 39.
I failed on night day 27, so I've been out for 11 days.
Yeah. I also have emergency feeding trips.
Why did I lose consciousness? I didn't get stabbed on day 27. My old wound didn't reopen. Zoe regarded me with a somber look on her face and I mumbled to myself. Then she gave me the diagnosis.
I think you have the fainting disease.
Fainting disease?
Also known as syncope. A disease that causes you to suddenly lose consciousness after being exposed to strong psychological shock or stress. Like your mind just blows out.
I have a disease like that?
Yeah. That's what happened with Shoma and Keiko on day 27. Your mind suffered a heavy blow. Even though you somehow made it to nighttime okay. The moment you felt like you could relax, your mind completely shut down. Just like that.
How could you tell I had this disease?
This is the third time you fainted out of the blue, right? It always takes you a long time to regain consciousness. It didn't seem like normal behavior, so we decided to scan your brain using the Revivomax diagnosis function.
I don't remember contracting a disease like that.
This is what the machine's analysis said. Traces of treatment found on damaged parts of the brain. Fainting disease likely developed as an after effect.
Treatment on damaged effects of my brain?
I don't know exactly what happened. At any rate, damage isn't life-threatening and doesn't affect your cognitive functions or your judgment. That part's nothing to worry about, at least.
Easy for you to say. It means I could get if something stressful happens, right?
Yes, but I'm sure it'll be alright. As long as we make sure nothing too stressful happens again. Wow!
So has anything changed?
Changed?
Like, have you guys learned anything about the killer while I was out?
No, I haven't made any progress in that area. The unknown killer remains at large. We don't have a single clue to follow. There's been attacks since then, so we're still alive at least.
What about Shoma and Ima?
Jones regained consciousness already, but he says he doesn't know who stabbed him. You can ask him about it for yourself later.
And Ima?
He's barricaded himself in his room and hasn't said much to us. Just a word or two when you deliver food to him. He used to say he didn't fight in a defensive battle that happened on day 33. Ima, Shoma, and Darumi sat out the battle as usual.
Are those three still suspicious of me?
Yes, they seem to think you're the most likely suspect. And if you weren't the one, it had to be someone from the SDU. That's what those three believe.
Nozomi and I headed to the cafeteria together, where everyone except Shoma, Darumi, and Ima were gathered. They saw me, they said things like, "You're awake," or "Thank goodness." Everyone was quietly rejoicing at seeing me on my feet again. Reactions were a lot more subdued than before. I can hardly blame them. This was the third time I woke up after losing consciousness for several days. At least that's what I thought. They had another reason to be despondent. The dark gloomy aura that hung over the group indicated there was something more at play here. I finished breakfast and returned to my room. Soon after, Tsubasa came knocking.
You saw how dejected everyone seemed just now, right? Wanna know why?
Sure. She pulled out something from behind her back. What's this?
Your organic life detection device.
Oh, right, you finished it.
5 days ago, yeah. I wish I hadn't.
Why not?
Because this is the reason everyone's jumping at shadows.
She turned the device on as she spoke. 13?
Yep, the total number of life forms in this academy. That's all of us, including Eva.
Which means there are no outsiders in this school, and the culprit is really one of us.
Yeah, that's what everyone believes now. Except for me and Nozomi, that is.
Do you still think it was the outsider that did it?
I don't know, but the killer could have fled outside after stabbing Shoma, right?
God, Jesus. The possibility that seemed low in me, but I forced myself not to voice those doubts.
Hey, that's why everyone's so down.
Basically, it's because they're all suspicious of one another.
This isn't going to end well. No trust. We won't be able to put up a united front during the next defensive battle. Can't you do something, Takumi? I'll do what I can to help as well. Just tell me what you need. Oh, I just remembered. I finished that other thing you asked about to make a while ago.
What thing?
You know, the remote detonator that will trigger the bomb in Ava's body. Managed to complete it after carefully investigating her body. With her consent, of course.
Tsubasa rummaged through her pocket and took something that looked like a remote control. I took it and gripped it tightly in my hand. Thanks, this puts me at ease. I'll probably add Ava to the team starting the next battle.
Yep, that should help us out our combat power. Almost getting the others to trust her. Oh well, I've done my part. Rest is up to you.
With that, she left the room. Not to me, huh? How should I do this? Was it Tsubasa said before? Killer could have fled outside after stabbing Shoma. To be honest, I didn't think they did. I had no concrete proof, but everything that had happened so far felt like part of a larger scheme that someone was orchestrating. At the very least, I was convinced the culprit wasn't going to stop at Shoma's stabbing. In that case, to myself, the killer must be one of the other 12 students at this academy. No, wait. She was a victim. If Yuriko, Tsubasa, Takamaru, and Ava were also innocent, that leaves just 7 suspects. Terumi, Nozomi, Kiyoshika, Yugamu, Moko, Ima, and Karara. I'd never willingly choose to treat my friends as suspects, but as it turns out, I don't have a choice right now. I won't get anyone's trust until I identify the real culprits. If I don't have their trust, the SD would fall apart and everyone would be annihilated by the invaders. And we to prevent that from happening is to reveal like getting the killer. You must solve this future case yourself, Takumi. That was what the boy with the undying flames had said. That he must have known something like this would happen. At any rate, that's the only way of resolving all this that I could think of. I have to find the culprit no matter what. I clenched my fist and resolved to devote myself to the investigation.
Let me just check something. And there we go.
I rang the doorbell. No answer. I turned the doorknob, but it was locked. Ima, I know you're inside. Can we talk? I'm trying to track down the culprit, but I need something to go on. At that, a voice rang out from the other side of the door.
You're awake, Mr. Sumino. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can tell you.
Come on, there's gotta be something.
See, I'm suspicious of you too. I think you may have been the one who killed my dear sister.
What are you talking about? I didn't kill her. In the first place, Keiko, she...
Killed herself? Is that what you're trying to say? A preposterous suggestion. There's absolutely no reason for my dear sister to do such a thing. She had no worries, no sorrows. If she did develop any, she would have told me about them. My dear sister did not kill herself. I have no doubt she was murdered. Like I told you just now, I suspect the killer may have been you, Mr. Sumino. The only reason I haven't exacted her vengeance yet is because I'm not completely sure it was you. Accidentally killing the wrong person would be playing right in the hands of the real culprit. but I might lose my sense of reason if we continue to speak much longer. Can you please leave now while I'm still in my right mind?
I could sense that prolonged conversation would lead nowhere. He refused to respond to any further attempts to talk.
Alright, cafeteria time.
Oh, you're still in the cafeteria?
Don't talk to us right now.
We are in the midst of a very serious discussion.
Is that what you refuse to listen to reason?
What's the discussion about?
I still don't believe the culprit is one of us. Try to tell everyone to stop being so suspicious of each other.
You saw that devices told of the number of life forms in the school.
Yeah, but that doesn't prove the crimes were inside jobs. The culprit must have fled outside the wall of fire after stabbing Shoma.
And we're trying to tell you that it's not possible.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like a killer would stab at 1 or 2 victims.
They clearly said they wanted to kill everyone, both in tape recording and that first message.
But I can't. Takumi, say something.
Well, this hammered hard because I was more in line with Karawa's way of thinking than the Zomis. I feel bad for his homies, so I decided to simply avoid committing for now. Sorry, I just remember I have something you need to do. Gotta go, bye!
Wait, Takumi, come back here, please!
I ignored his homies, please. I quickly ball out of the room and into the hallway.
I'm not going back in there. Fine, I'll do you. Medicine. One of mankind's most eminent inventions for sustaining life and dealing death. How can I help you today, Tsukumi?
I told you Kali was investigating the case.
Does that include Keiko's death, too?
Yeah, the suspicious circumstances of her death bother me as well. My main objective was to solve the attempted murder of Shoma, but that didn't mean it was my only concern. The any information that might help solve Kaiko's case would be more than welcome. There were other cases to think about too, like serious destruction and Gaku's murder. But I hadn't found any further clues to those cases despite my thorough investigation on day 24. I decided to focus on Shoma's case first while the trail was still fresh. Is there something bothering you about Keiko's case?
Yes, there is. Remember her cause of death.
She ingested iridotoxin, an extremely potent poison. We found her. She was holding a bottle labeled TTX tightly in her right hand.
That bottle was originally from the biolab.
So the poison was taken from here?
That would appear to be the case. Whether by Keiko, who then killed herself with this, or by someone else who used this to kill Keiko.
Is this room open to everyone?
Sure is. There's no lock on the door, and the cabinets are unscrewed too. Anyone could have taken anything at any time. Somebody also stole some gamma fields, plus syringes and needles to administer it.
Gamma field, since used to knock emo on day 27.
The very same.
But if it's still here, it hasn't been stolen, right?
There are multiple bottles here. Several are missing. Didn't happen recently either. I first noticed the missing bottles on day 27. When I came here to get the supplies needed to help with Ema, I saw there were already some missing.
Why would the killer do that?
We don't know for sure if the killer was the one who stole them. Thing is, at the proper dilution, this substance can numb the body's pain and emotion receptors without causing loss of consciousness. Perhaps that was what the thief wanted to use it for. Interesting. I'll be right back to you, Drake. Alright, back. Work time.
Yuriko, you were here the other day too. What's so interesting about this place?
I want to investigate Keiko's body again. What about you?
I'm here to investigate the case as well.
As if your clumsy brain could ever bring us closer to the truth.
Oh, be quiet! Yuriko decided to repeat herself in a hushed voice.
As if your clumsy brain.
You know that's not what I meant! Anyway, have you already looked at Keiko's body?
Oh, she's remembering the slasher roots! Well, maybe. I don't know. Or maybe his diagnosis. It could be one or the other. Yes, and the other two as well.
Well, I know Gaku too. Didn't we already check Gaku's body on day 24?
Yes, but something happened to make me realize I need to check it again. I discovered 2 surprising facts after reinvestigating Keiko's body.
Surprising facts?
The first concerns her cryptoglobin. Her body has been almost completely drained of it.
What?
There's a cut on her ankle. Her body was likely moved somewhere and hung up for an extended time. It was returned here after being almost completely drained of cryptoglobin.
When?
I'll get to that later. Let me tell you about my other discovery first.
Yuriko walked to Keiko's body and removed the sheet that was covering it. Then she flipped the body over and what I saw flabbergasted me. What the hell? Marks of
a stolen heart. What am I looking at exactly here?
What?
Somebody cut a hole in her back, smashed her ribs, and dug her heart out. Oh, that's her back. Okay. Perfectly secular.
Why would anybody do that?
Before we talk about that, check the other bodies as well.
I guess I was told that I know Gaku's bodies over. I can see the exact same marks on them. A large empty cavity on their backs. Wait a minute. What's going on here?
What indeed?
Why are you so calm about this? Their hearts have been removed from their bodies.
I know. That's why I've been trying to tell you.
When did this happen? When we investigated Gaku's body on day 24, his back was still intact.
It still was on day 27, too. I checked Aito and Gaku's bodies when we removed Keiko's body here. Nobody had holes in their backs at that point in time.
That means it must have happened sometime after the night of day 27.
The perpetrator likely did the deed to all 3 at the same time. They may have been when they extracted Keiko's cryptoglobin as well.
Who?
Simple logic dictates that the culprit behind this series of events did it.
But why?
How should I know that? What the culprit is up to? Perhaps they are simply a lunatic who collects hearts as a hobby, or a gourmet who enjoys a spot of grilled Eucadium with lemon on top.
Both examples are crazy!
There's just one thing I can't seem to figure out. Why were the hearts extracted from the back? Making and opening the chest would make removing them so much easier. Why go about it in this way?
Neither of us could come up with anything feasible, so we decided to investigate the bodies again. But there's not a single further clue to be found. What are you guys doing here?
It isn't serial killer to kill me.
I'm not a serial killer, so stop calling me that. Anyway, I'm investigating the identity of the culprit right now. Do you mind if I ask a few questions?
Oh, can you be any more shameless? Killer's role playing as detective now?
I'm not talking to you. I'm asking Shoma.
Oh, you want to know about the person who stabbed me? I told the others a bunch of times already. I didn't get a good look at them.
Oh, yeah, I thought you were sure to kill he did it.
Yes, but it's not like I have any proof, so...
Does that mean you didn't see the culprit when you were stabbed?
No, I did see someone, but they were wearing a mask.
What the person's height or body structure?
Can't be sure. They were dressed in a long black poncho thing.
You must have seen some identifiable features.
I was attacked the moment I turned around, so I'm afraid not. I screamed immediately before I realized that I had been shoved under the ground. I don't remember anything after that. I fainted after the first 2 or 3 stabs.
Oh, you don't even know if it was a man or a woman?
No.
Did they say anything?
Actually, I did hear something as I was being stabbed. The person kept saying, "Die, die."
Then you should have been able to recognize the voice.
Thing is, I didn't.
Why not?
Their voice had been changed with a voice changer.
A voice changer, huh?
Takumi, long time no see. I heard you were out cold for a while.
I woke up all of a sudden for some reason.
I'm glad you did. Is there something I can help you with today?
There was no point asking me about the case, so I decided to talk about something else. Do you remember what you told me before?
It was bothering me that much. I had to choose between lying to you and eventually killing everyone here, or telling you the truth and joining your side.
And then you said you decided to take your chances with us, right?
Yes, I will no longer try to self-destruct in everyone's presence for the reasons I previously explained.
Then will you fight with us instead?
What?
Exodus, the one who betrayed you, is still alive, right? By joining us in battle, you can personally take revenge against her and her underlings.
Is that why Tsubasa Acts conduct a thorough investigation of my body the other day? So if they ever tried anything, their team would be able to detonate the bomb inside my body remotely. Using the device she made?
Yeah, but I want to make one thing clear. I didn't ask for the device because I'm suspicious of you. It's just something needed to put the others at ease. I never thought for a while about what I said.
Alright. You saved my life, so is there anything I can do to help you? I'll do it.
Thank you. Unfortunately, you'll still have to wait for a while before I can let you out of gear. I have to clear with the others first.
Understood. I will wait.
I went to your gym last. When I stepped inside, I saw Tsubasa and Takamaru were already there. Tsubasa, Takamaru, perfect timing. I need to ask you guys about something.
What is it?
Remember the voice changer you showed me in the garage the other day? Is this still there? So told you about the culprit using a voice changer, huh? Yeah, he did.
You guessed right, Takumi. The device has gone missing.
I knew it. The culprit stole it, huh?
I think so.
When did you realize it was gone?
On day 28, the day Shomer regained consciousness, I went to the garage to check after hearing the story, and...
The voice changer's already gone?
Yeah, without even realizing.
She was the voice changer on the afternoon of day 24. So it's stolen between that time and the morning of day 27 before Shiroma got stabbed. What's you doing here, though? I did a lot of thinking myself when you were out, and I just don't believe Keiko killed herself.
Me too. At first, suicide seemed the only possibility based on the situation. After listening to Hiroko, though, I started to realize how unnatural the whole thing seemed.
She was killed. How'd the culprit get away? So we need to figure her out.
And so here we are.
There's a secret tunnel or something here that we completely missed, you know? We're all here to do the same thing, then.
What do you mean?
Yeah, Keiko died under such a serious circumstances that I can't stop thinking about it. Let's check the place out together.
Yeah, we can trust each other since all three of us here are safers.
Safers?
Those of us that can be safe being removed from the list of suspects. Safers.
That's true. Last we began to investigate the gym. Went around, knocking walls and floors, checking for hidden doors. Some time passed before Takamaru shouted at us from the stage. Hey, come over here! I found something crazy! He was there at a corner of the stage. Tsubasa and I hurried over. What in the world?
No way! There really was a hidden tunnel. Or should I say, a hidden ladder?
I checked this place before, but I found nothing. What did you do? Told you I have a dog's hearing. I knocked on the floor and knew right away there was an empty space underneath. Then I groped around the surface, and what do you know? A rotatable handle came flipping out. I grabbed the handle, pulled it, and there you have it.
Let's go see what's down there.
Yeah. Slowly made my way down the long ladder. Eventually, I felt my toes touching solid ground. What I saw there was... Is it this? You know this thing? Yeah, remember what I told you before? This is the escape pod that employs on the last day.
Huh? No way!
Damn.
Does that mean if we can get inside...
We can go to the artificial satellite? We ran to the entrance of the pod and checked the door. There was a note pinned to it. The door of this god automatically opens on day 100. No manual override available. Despite the note, we kept looking around for a way to open it manually. However, we were unable to find anything. No, this thing can't be opened from the outside. How about we use a crowbar to pry it open?
Then the pod becomes useless because the outer space is a vacuum.
We have no choice but to wait until day 100.
I have to give up on the idea of boarding the pod before then.
Shit!
By the way, have you guys forgotten why we came down here in the first place?
Of course not. We were trying to solve the locked room case, weren't we? Yeah. Hyoka and I thoroughly investigated the gym after discovering Keiko's body. But the killer had been hiding in this storeroom or in the ladder shaft at the time.
You couldn't possibly have found them.
And after you and Hiroko left the gym, the killer got out and walked through the exit like nothing ever happened.
Which means Keiko really was killed.
We don't have concrete proof of that yet, but however, this does disprove a previous notion that it couldn't have possibly been murder.
Wait. Assuming from the moment she was murdered, wouldn't that also prove the killer was an outsider? Because when we found Keiko's body, Takamaru, Shoma, and I were in the infirmary, whereas everyone else is in the gym.
No, not everyone else. 2 were missing. That's right. Darumi and Ima. Ima couldn't have been the killer. He worshipped the ground she walked on. Darumi, though. Said she was playing slots or something? She could have been lying through her teeth.
But it's always possible an outsider did it.
You made that light detection device yourself. Unless you're telling me you made that number up.
I did no such thing. That was the correct number, but the killer could have already gotten away by the time he finished making the device, right?
Just then I noticed something out of the corner of my eye, and I am on the ground next to the cockpit of the escape pod. It caught my eye for some reason, and I walked slowly over to pick it up. Hey, what's that?
It's a handkerchief?
So it seems. I see something important on it.
It reads IT.
Information technology?
Wow, Takamaru, I did not expect you to recognize that specific acronym.
Or maybe just it, as in it girl?
Now, I'm surprised you would suspect that.
Could it be referring to initials of a name? Ima.
Tsukomo?
What the fuck is happening?
When we exited the gym, we saw that it was already nighttime. I asked Takamaru and Tsubasa to gather the others before heading to Ima's room myself. Come out, Ima! I need you to ask about something! So I felt like he would keep hiding if I told him about the handkerchief, so I decided not to say anything for now. We found a clue that may lead us to Keiko's killer! I made that assertion even though I had no solid proof she had been killed because I wanted to get him out of the room. After a short while later, I heard the door being unlocked. And the enemy appeared from behind it.
You believe me about my dear sister being murdered?
Yeah, can you come with me? Slowly but surely, he will nod in assent. Takamaru, Tsubasa, and I took everyone to the storeroom where the escape pod was being kept. We told them how we found the place and how the pod could only be used on day 100. After climbing back out, we all headed to the cafeteria.
So what was the clue you found?
Before that, I need to check something with Darumi. On day 27 when we found Kaiko's body, were you really playing slots at that time?
Huh? You're still suspicious of me? To check the machine's play log. Then you'll know for sure I was playing around that time. How could I possibly stab Shoma if I'm behind that storeroom the whole time? The only way out of that place is through the tunnel, right? I wouldn't have been able to get out of the gym until the coast was clear.
Mayhaps you clambered out of the escape pod's elevator shaft?
I'm no Spider-Woman, and this shaft has no footholds. It's impossible to climb. The ceiling of the shaft is covered with a thick wall. It's not something that can be opened by human hands.
How about this? You were the one to kill Keiko, but not the one to stab Shoma. You're suggesting there were 2 culprits.
Indeed I am.
And does the number 2 ring any bells with regard to the situation?
When we found
Shoma's body, there were 2 people missing from the scene. You're suspicious of me as well?
His face twisted into a grimace. I hesitated for a moment when I saw his expression, but decided to show everyone the handkerchief we had found. This is the clue I was talking about. We found it in the escape pod storeroom.
The letters IT have been embroidered on it.
Are these initials? Wouldn't that refer to Ima Tsukomo?
I thought so. There's your handkerchief, right, Ima?
And the fact that it was in the storeroom means Sir Ima killed Lady Keiko? Are you out of your mind? Me kill my very own dear sister?
I didn't think it was possible either. Unless Ima's the one to stab Shoma and Darumi's the one to kill Keiko. Ima dropped the handkerchief in the storeroom when he was casing the joint.
I told you it wasn't me!
You think Miss Emiya and I were accomplices? And then I tactically approved of my dear sister's murder? That's no different from accusing me of killing my dear sister myself!
You're all crazy. I can't believe that thought even crossed your minds.
So you deny the charge?
Of course I do.
Explain yourself. Why was your handkerchief in the storeroom?
That's because...
See? You're feeling guilty.
No. No. No, 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 no. Ah!
Ema dashed out of the cafeteria screaming. Wait, Ema! We all dashed after him. Ema grabbed the fire extinguisher in the entrance hall before running outside. We followed him as he ran out of the building. He was running at full speed through the schoolyard and none of us could catch up. Finally, he tore through the wall of fire and ran to the other side. We followed behind. We got to the city ruins. Something unexpected happened. All of a sudden, a large object shaped like an onion appeared out of nowhere and captured Ema, who had been running ahead of us. Ema! Ah! The onion object then flew up high in the air with Ema and vanished out of sight.
What the fuck are you talking about?
What just happened?
And what was that thing?
I'd seen an onion-shaped thing before in the previous timeline. That was probably a commander.
Oh, right.
And that's how a true lady slaughters her prey.
I wouldn't go.
Are you serious? Ema's been captured by the enemy?
No way.
It can't be true. It's all right. You can probably figure out where they went.
What?
You know, Ema's been rather emotionally unstable lately, right? So I thought he might just have been missing one day, so I secretly planted a transmitter in his body when bringing food to him. We should be able to see where he took him from the war room.
You clever girl, you. That's a weird thing to say to someone.
Okay, let's all head back to the room for now.
Ugh.
We traced the transmitter and quickly figured out exactly where Ema had been taken. It was the enemy relay station we had visited in the previous timeline. We immediately started making a plan to get Ema back. After some discussion, we decided to split into two teams. The rescue team, me, Hiroko, and Takamaru, Tsubasa, and Kurara. The defense team, Mizomo, Moko, Kiyoshika, Yugamu, Shoma, and Darumi.
Must we rescue him even though he may very well be the killer?
It's not set in stone yet. What if it was all a mistake? Could you ever lift the fact that you abandoned an innocent friend?
I knew you would say that. I was just making sure. Having only 5 people in the defense team is not very reassuring.
Yeah, can't we add one more or something?
No! Let the enemy text in the meantime.
We can't afford to lax on home security.
In that case, to kill me.
Yeah, it's time, everyone. Follow me.
Sir Takumi, Ava's out and about now. Why have you done such a thing?
Yeah, as you can see, I let her out.
But why?
I intend to let her join the rescue team.
Huh?
I explained about the bomb in Ava's body and the remote detonator we had made to trigger it.
Or you really think this will work?
If you feel she's acting suspicious, you can press the button to blow her up yourself.
Huh?
I put the remote detonator in astonished Hiriko's hand. Now, do you feel reassured? Hiriko fell silent at my words. After a few moments, she said,
Have it your way.
Burger King.
Thank you for having me on the team. I look forward to being useful to you.
Alright then, we'll be right back.
With Ema. Good luck. Stay safe.
The rescue team set off for the enemy relay station where Ema was being held captive. By the time we got close to the relay station, the sun was just starting to rise. We got off the bus and climbed up a small hill to survey the relay station.
We don't know where exactly Ima is being held in this base, but that doesn't matter. Let's just bust in there and start kicking ass and taking names.
Yeah, you guys already saw how that commander could fly.
That has to be Quinzale.
Quinzale? Is that his name?
Yes, and he's an absolute creep.
God, I would kill to see this game from the side of the commanders, because, like, there's so much implied personality of them, and I'm so wondering what the hell they were like.
A flying enemy? Sounds like a headache already. How do we even get to him? We'll be fine with my specialist skill on our side. I'll whip up some surface-to-air artillery and knock him down in one shot. The thing is, I'll have to start crafting it after he actually appears.
Why? Can't you just make it now?
This particular weapon can only hold its shape for 5 minutes. After that, its internal pressure will cause it to explode.
Got it. Guess there's no helping it then.
Okay, guys, let's do this. Special Defense Unit, move out.
It really is funny to me that that's just the biggest bullshit excuse they could come up with. Alright, yep, it's this again. We're like so good, guys.
Now, do you understand that I would never betray you?
I shall reserve judgment until this entire battle is over.
Where's the commander?
That Quinzale guy?
He should be here any time now. Aha. Speak of the devil.
I am the paragon of repulsion, Quinzale. I'll be sure to make it agonizingly painful when I kill you. Go ahead, scramble for your ugly lives. You won't escape from me.
God.
He's finally here, like moths to a flame.
Everybody, cover Kodaka while she crafts the artillery.
Understood.
Got it.
It's set. Told you it wouldn't take long.
Yeah, it was like instant.
And that's how a true lady slaughters her prey.
The pain. It hurts. Why do this? What has prompted this cruelty?
Serves you right, Quinzale.
You're Eva. I noticed you here a while back, but does this mean you've switched allegiances?
Yes. It's not as if I had any future in the Sovereign Army anyway.
Suddenly, Quinzel broke off and stared at something behind us.
Overlord Vashnis! What?
We all turned around at the same time, but
There's no one there.
God, you gotta stop falling for that.
Tell me,
We turned back around, but it was too late. During the first few seconds, the Fiat commander disappeared completely.
Freaking coward.
I guess you could say that Quenzele has been quenzeled.
Ba-da-da-da-da, 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 wow.
God, I love Ava so desperately. God fucking damn it.
After the battle, we split up and looked for Ima. It took a while, but eventually found him locked up in a cage.
Are you alright? Hold on. I'll get you out now.
Mr. Samino!
I swung my sword down the lock and broke it apart with a loud noise. I opened the door and quickly guided him outside, but then I saw something flashing out the corner of my eye right next to the cage. The next moment, I instinctively grabbed Ima from behind. This snap action meant my body shielded Ima from the brother blast. Scathing pain ripped through my back. I choked out a cry of pain and asked,
Ima, are you okay? Yes. But what about you? Yeah, don't worry about me. As long as you're fine. Huh? Huh? Mr. Samino? Mr. Samino! Mr. Samino!
I love how he's getting all these chances to be self-sacrificial in this route as the answer to, how do we know you're not the killer? One by fucking one with everybody.
Burn out of troops! Time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 50th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. You're stepped in blood so far. In honor of the occasion, if you're hearing this recording, it means your commander is no longer with you. So, no presents for anyone today! Too bad, so sad. Try not to be mad.
Hearing this, your career is still longer with you. So sad.
I woke up to the expected sight Nozomi sitting right in front of me. This time, she wasn't shocked at all. Instead, she looked at me with a gentle softness in her eyes.
Morning. You're awake now?
I didn't have to ask about the day since it was mentioned in the announcement just now.
It's day 50 today.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry about the feeding drips. We went to the second academy and brought a whole...
God, I would have forgotten about that shit, honestly.
Oh. Thanks as always.
You should thank the others, too. They were the ones who actually got the drips, and I wasn't the only person taking care of you while you were out.
I sat up in bed. For some strange reason, I wasn't feeling any aches or pains.
You seem fine physically. The truth is, the external injuries weren't as bad as they seemed.
Which means the real reason I was such for so long was because of the Fang disease.
I think so.
Has anything changed?
If you mean the murder cases, we haven't made any progress. Even and Darumi are still denying that they were working together. So Wes and I don't believe they did anything either. But the others... Oh, something else has changed though. He's been taking part in the defensive battles.
What?
You shielded him back at the Academy relay station, remember? He said he's joining the fight for you.
I see.
That said, he's still as reticent as ever and hardly ever leaves his room otherwise. Who can blame him though? Other than Tsubasa and me, everyone's suspicious of him. But he'd say he was still willing to tell you and only you everything.
Really?
Yep, so go find him later, okay?
Later? Were you expecting me to not act right now after what you just told me? I jumped in the dust outside immediately.
Mr. Sumino, first of all, thank you for saving me that day. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you.
Don't mention it, really. What I really want to hear from you is some answers. You nodded firmly.
I was going to tell you everything after you woke up anyway. Let me just save real quick.
Then also check on this. Oh my goodness. Not only because I get of gratitude, but also because I'm now sure you couldn't have been the killer. Because the real killer would never risk his own life to save me like that. It is my deepest desire to find the person who killed my dear sister, and then smash their face in with a hammer over and over again until there's nothing left of it. Yet I am but a humble detective's assistant. I do not deal well with deductions, so I've decided to entrust this earnest wish of mine to you. I have the utmost confidence that you have what it takes to bring the truth to light.
I intend to do just that as soon as I get some answers from you. First of all, why didn't you kill Darumi? What?
What?
You think the killer is one of us, don't you?
Yeah.
Then Eiko's body is found. You and Darumi the only ones not in the gym. Unless you were the killer? That can't be, right?
Of course not.
If so, from your perspective, only one other person could have been hiding in the storeroom at that point in time. Another Darumi. Yet, you didn't go and smash in her head with a hammer until there was nothing left. Why not?
Mr. Samino, I see what you're getting at, and you're right. It's because I knew it was possible for someone else to have been my dear sister's killer.
Because there's a hidden exit in the storeroom, right? He nods slowly in response to my question. So opposite the cockpit section of the escape pod lay a heap of metal containers. Then we moved the heap away and found a large ventilation shaft. Is this it?
Yes.
It's big enough for even Kakamaru Moko to pass through.
You were quite right.
Have you ever gone inside before?
No, sir.
I saw my head in the shaft but couldn't see anything in the pitch black darkness. When did you realize there was a storeroom here?
About day 10, I would say. My dear sister found the entrance first. She was the one who brought me here. After that, we would secretly visit this place together whenever we had some free time. It became something like a secret hiding spot of ours.
Why didn't you tell anyone?
I did not tell you before because I thought you were my dear sister's killer. I did not tell the others because, well, promise me you will not get angry?
Yeah?
Because my sister and I had intended to flee this place together in that escape pod.
That's not possible. The door can't be opened manually.
We thought we could do something about that by tinkering with the control system in the war room.
I saw you continue the conversation. But you kept this place a secret even after Keiko was murdered. If you told us about it, we'd be able to accept your assertion that Keiko hadn't killed herself.
I promised my dear sister that no matter what happened, I would never tell anyone about this place. She had tears in her eyes when she made me promise. I want us to live together in the Tokyo residential complex again. Just the two of us. But we have to get out of this place first. We'll be killed one day if we stay here. I believe I may have dropped the handkerchief at that time. When I was putting it back into my pocket after wiping away my dear sister's tears away. This place was our sanctuary. We didn't want anyone else invading our space. Even after my dear sister lost her life. It felt like I would be desecrating her memory by allowing someone else in. That is why I told no one.
Large tears are rolling down his cheeks, and I wordlessly held out his handkerchief to him. He accepted his handkerchief and clutched it tightly in his hand. He squeezed his eyes shut, and for a long time after that, his shoulders trembled non-stop. After he had calmed down, we climbed back up to the surface. Tsubasa was in the garage as usual when we stepped inside.
Hima, you're an unusual sight around here.
Even more unusual than me being awake?
I mean, I already heard about you from Zomi. She's been going on telling you on the news, you know. Hey, what's up?
Just wanted to know if there was a recon drone anywhere around here. With lights and cameras if possible.
Yeah, but what do you need it for?
It's kind of hard to explain. Can you just come with us and bring the recon drone?
We needed to solve the case.
Tsubasa blinked a few times in quick succession at Eva's words.
Alright, give me a second. Uh-oh, there's a ventilation shaft here. That means... I see how it is now.
Yeah, exactly. Keiko was killed. The presence of the shaft makes everybody in the academy a suspect, including the safest for Shoma's case.
Including me. You still brought me here. Does that mean you trust me?
Kinda, sort of.
You don't sound that very sure. I'll take it, though. Okay, let's start.
Thanks. We used the drone to investigate the ventilation shaft. As a result, we were able to make a few major discoveries.
Right. In summary, this is what we've learned. First of all, the shaft bends in a zigzag shape a few times and extends towards the school building.
Splits into a grid structure halfway and connects different parts of the building.
Everyone using this can basically exit from anywhere they like.
However, the bends are extremely narrow and people our size can't possibly get through them.
Only someone with a body the size of a small child could have gone through these bends.
I'm more concerned about what we found halfway.
Yeah, me too. This thing, right? This thing got caught in the protrusion of the interior wall.
Thankfully, we were able to retrieve it because I had the foresight to attach a robotic arm to the drone.
It's a piece of cloth, right? A square green piece of cloth about 1 inch long.
We looked at Ima and then Tsubasa. They looked back at me with wide, questioning eyes. It was apparent they hadn't yet realized the grave implication behind this. Maybe a certain incident had blinded them the existence of that possibility. I put the piece of cloth in my pocket and then looked them both in the eye and said, "Tell everyone to gather at the gym at 7 p.m. tonight."
Huh? This is quite sudden.
Please, just do it. So we look at each other.
I don't mind.
What will you be doing until then?
Well, you'll see. I had enough proof to make my case, but I just want one more key piece of evidence. So I went to the back of the school to a place where Shoma had been stabbed. I spent a few hours looking at every nook and cranny. Before long, the sun set and my shadow started growing longer. It was at that time that I found something. A faint trace of blood on a corner of a rock. It was maybe 30 feet away from Shoma had been stabbed. I didn't think blood from his injuries could have sprayed that far, which meant... I arrived at the gym at 7 p.m. sharp to find everybody already gathered there. Ava, you're here too?
Yes, I've received an official release. I've been given Eito's room and do not have to sleep in the cage anymore. All credit goes to Takumi and Tsubasa. The remote detonator suggested has allowed everyone to accept my presence with the greatest peace of mind.
I just duplicated the device and gave a copy to everyone. I'll pass you yours later, Takumi.
Man, I don't need one.
That aside, what are we all here for?
Well, you see... I turned my gaze upward, then slowly lowered my head.
I figured out who killed Kako and stabbed Shoma.
Okay, anyone else want a gasp sound effect?
Mrs. Amino, wait a minute, please. You just said in absolute certainty that my dear sister was indeed killed?
Yeah, a situation that points to that fact.
Who did it?
Ima, I need you to promise me something first. Promise you won't lay a finger on the killer when you realize who they are. I won't tell you the truth unless you promise me that. I saw him gritting his teeth with a scowl on his face. Still, he nodded firmly and said,
Fine. I promise that I won't lay a finger on that accursed scum.
Alright. Much as I wish I didn't have to do this. Here goes. The person who killed Kako and stabbed Shoma. It was. The name of that person is...
Oh god, do we have to pick?
person who killed Keiko and stabbed Shoma is...
I'm just gonna save. Well, I mean, but given the green cloth, there's kind of only one possible suspect. Like, no one else wears green, so...
It's your future.
The real killer. You! Shoma Gensaki!
What are you talking about, Takumi? Have you forgotten that I was a victim too? I was stabbed!
Stop running your mouth and just watch as I expose every last detail of your criminal wrongdoings from start to finish.
Oh boy, here we go!
I'll tell you what happened in the chronological order. Let's start with Keiko. Her estimated time of death is between 1 and 4 a.m. on day 27. You met up with her before that on day 26 to tell her to come to the gym during that period of time. She showed up at the gym and, as asked, well, you made up some reason for her to swallow that thing.
That thing? What thing?
I'm talking about TTX. Tetrodotoxin.
It's extremely poisonous. Ingesting just 1 or 2 milligrams is fatal. That's how you poison Keiko to death. After poisoning Keiko, you put the bottle of TTX into her right hand. Then you block the gym door using a mop as a latch. Then you could make her death seem like a suicide with all that nonsense. Once that was done, you climbed down the ladder at the corner of the stage in the escape pod storeroom. You already knew that shaft was there, because you'd seen Ima and Keiko going the trapdoor before. You did your homework and went down to check the storeroom as well before carrying out your plan. That's why you also knew about the ventilation shaft. And you used that vent to return to the school building. That's the main reason causing me to sing you out as the car opened.
The main reason?
Anyone could have used the ventilation shaft to get back into the school. You can't accuse me of being the culprit because of that.
Because he's a tiny little baby.
I can. Because of how the shaft bends in a zigzag shape and extends towards the school building.
The bends are extremely narrow. Only someone with a body the size of a small child could have gone through those bends. In other words, the only one who could have gone through those narrow bends is you, Shoma.
You can't say that for sure. The girl is flexible enough who could have passed through as well, right?
No, it's physically impossible. Anyway, there was something left behind in the ventilation shaft. That's what's going to serve as irrefutable proof of your guilt.
Irrefutable proof?
Red underwear.
Here it is. This square piece of inch-wide green cloth.
Out of all of us, only Kurawa, Takamaru, and Shoma wear something green on them. But Kurawa's tomato mask is made of cloth, so the scrap can't be hers. The shade of green on Takamaru's jacket is less vibrant than this scrap, too. Shoma, turn around.
Why?
Just do it!
I just checked. Part of Shoma's backpack has been torn. The torn part perfectly matches this cloth scrap.
Indeed. I too witnessed this and concluded they are a perfect match.
There's some... Oh, that's just... Okay, I see what that is.
You couldn't have passed through the narrow bends of that shaft while still wearing your backpack. But you couldn't leave it in the shaft either. You tied the shoulder straps to your feet and pulled it along as you climbed up. That's how the backpack got caught on a sharp piece of protruding out of the inner wall of the shaft. This cloth scrap got torn off because of that.
No. This is fake evidence planned by the real culprit. Someone's trying to frame me.
If that was the case, why would that someone stab you? That one act would completely divert all suspicion away from you. Now this next part is all just conjecture. Shoma, you were actually intending to kill Ima as well, weren't you? That plan went awry because Keiko showed up to the gym alone. So you had no choice but to kill only her. That made things difficult for you because Ima knew about the storm as well. What's more, he also knew about the ventilation shaft. If he told anybody about the shaft, this would no longer be a locked room case. And if we pursued the case as a murder, we'd eventually close in on you. So you wanted to kill Ima afterward. But it was almost dawn by the time you crawled out from the ventilation shaft. That left you no time to do anything about Ima. So you panicked and started thinking about ways to remove yourself from the suspect list. That's how you end up deciding to kill yourself. You could make everyone think that you'd been mutilated by the culprit. We would never even dream of suspecting you.
You're being ridiculous. This is way too bold a plan for someone like me.
Who would dare kill themselves just to make it seem like they were innocent?
Of course, actually dying was never part of your plan.
In fact, you were absolutely confident you wouldn't die because you have the revivomatic in the infirmary. But for that to work, you had to die in a way that allowed us to find your dead body quickly. After all, we wouldn't be able to revive you if too much time had passed. That's why you screamed, right? And right after the morning announcement so that everyone could hear you. Then you stabbed yourself all over and temporarily ended your own life.
I can't believe I'm listening to this. Please be realistic. No one in their right mind would willingly stab themselves that many times.
It just doesn't make any sense. We're not talking about cutting your wrists or slitting your throat here. Stabbing your own body over and over again like that? You'd be in too much pain to physically continue after a while. It's just not possible.
No, it is possible.
If you injected yourself with a powerful anesthetic, like Gamafeel. Remember what Yugamu said. At the proper dilution, this substance can numb the body's pain and emotional receptors without causing loss of consciousness.
Yep, and I still stand by that.
It does make sense. So you're trying to say I used that drug to do the deed, right? But where would I even find a drug like that?
You probably stole it from somewhere.
Stole it from where?
You see?
From the biolab.
That room is locked and everyone has access to the shelves. Getting the drug there wouldn't have been a problem for you.
All right. Assuming that I didn't check myself with that anesthetic.
How did I get rid of the hypodermic needle afterwards? When you found me at the back of the building, was there anything like that on me? There wasn't, right?
I mean, that's the only way that could have been done.
You must have tossed it somewhere far away when you were done.
What about the knife? Where'd the knife I used to stab myself disappear to?
You tossed that far away as well, just like you did with the syringe.
Did anyone find any of those things at the scene?
No. No, but we searched the area nearby on day 27, the day of the incident. You could have collected those items the next day on day 28 after you woke up.
But still, you're just guessing at this point. You've got no real proof. No proof that I threw the knife away after stabbing myself.
I do have proof. It's not with me right now, but I did find something. There was something 30 feet away from where we found you.
What was it?
Champagne airplane bloodstain.
I saw blood stains. Just a little patch on the corner of a rock.
That place where blood from your injuries wouldn't have reached. Those stains prove that the bloody knife had been thrown over there.
That's enough already. It doesn't matter what you're trying to say because you have no solid proof.
The green cloth was the only piece of substantial evidence you managed to produce. Anyone could have left that behind to frame me. All it proves is that I could have committed this crime.
It's time you stopped playing dumb, Shoma.
I actually do have another piece of conclusive evidence.
What?
The bottle of TEX Keiko was holding, your fingerprints were on it.
That can't be. It can't be. It just can't. It can't. My fingerprints can't be on that bottle. I was wearing gloves when I...
You fell for it.
No. That was just a slip of the tongue. I mean, it was just... Anyway, I'm not...
Give it up, Shoma. I'll say it again. The person who killed Kako by making her drink TTX was none other than you! Shoma Gonzake!
More of this. Where were these fucking turnabout chase down scenes? Why didn't you use persuasion more for this? That was awesome.
Rumi, you got a few things wrong, but for the most part, you were correct. It was me. I killed Keiko.
Back off, Ema. You promised. Which parts did I get wrong?
The entire premise to begin with. I did not kill her of my own volition. I was ordered to by a certain someone.
Let's call this person X for now. Stop trying to make excuses for yourself. I'm telling the truth. Please believe me.
Tell us more about this order you received.
Just before dawn on day 26, I woke up to someone tapping my cheek. When I opened my eyes, X was there right in front of me.
You didn't lock the door?
I did. I think X was already hiding inside before he came in.
Under the bed or something. What did X say? X said...
I killed Goku and intend to make you my next target. But I'll let you off if you follow my instructions. If you go against me or tell the others about my existence, I'll blow up the bomb inside your body immediately. Yes, the bomb planted in all of your bodies by that robot named Zero.
Just who is this X person? I don't know. They were wearing a long black poncho. They wore a mask over their face and used the voice changer to hide their real voice. That sounds like the fake stabber you made up to fool us. I mean, it's true I wasn't stabbed by a person that description, but that person definitely exists.
What's happened after that?
I followed X's instructions. I didn't want to be killed the way Gaku had been. X came up with the entire plan. He told me about the ladder shaft, escape pod hanger, and the ventilation shaft. It's tetrodotoxin. It was X who obtained that bottle for TTX2. I thought I simply asked Keiko to meet using the script X had prepared.
What did the script say?
To speak to her on the afternoon of day 26. Keiko, I opened the storeroom with the escape pod too. I did some research in the library and found a way to open the cockpit and launch the pod into space. So, would you like to escape in this academy together with me and Ema? If so, come with Ema to the gym tonight at 2 a.m. The plan was to kill not just Keiko, but Ema as well, because they were the only other people who knew about the storeroom. Killing them both at the same time in a locked room would make their deaths seem like a suicide. Only Keiko showed up at the gym at the specified time, 2 a.m. Why? Keiko said this.
I haven't told my dear brother what you told me yet. First, I need to verify whether your information is authentic or not. If it's true, then we set off tomorrow. But keep it a secret from my dear brother, alright? I want to surprise him. I hesitated to execute the plan because she'd showed up alone. But X also told me.
If you chicken out and do nothing, I'll still blow you up.
So I passed Keiko a water bottle and missed the TTX. So Kiwi more or less covered what happened after that until I returned to the school building. Except I had not foreseen that my backpack would get torn along the way. After returning to the first floor of the school building, I was at a loss because I didn't know what I was supposed to do about Ema. It was going to be difficult to kill him because the sun had already risen by then. Suddenly, X appeared again.
Ema probably knows about the ventilation shaft. If he spills the beans, they'll all know Kako didn't die in a locked room. They'll start investigating the case as a murder instead of assuming it was a suicide. The morning announcement will be playing soon. You won't make it back to the roof in time. Somebody will realize you were out and about before dawn. But rest assured, for if you do as I say, you'll never even make it to the suspect list.
That's why you went into the back of the building and... Yes, I've been left with no other choice.
But I was as afraid as the moment I injected myself with the gamma fuel. Once I did that, it was as if my sense of fear completely evaporated.
Oh, X gave me the gamma fuel as well, along with a knife and syringe. I'm pretty sure X must have been the one to collect the knife and syringe that I dropped after I did the deed. Because I know I definitely didn't retrieve them.
The story thus told, Shoma slumped his shoulders and bowed his head deeply. The silence that followed stretched on until Hiroko finally spoke up.
I just have one last question, Shoma. Do the words back or hearts ring any bells?
Back or hearts? No, I have no idea.
Thank you. Your reaction was the answer I needed. I guess that's that, Takumi?
Yeah, X must have done it if Shoma was involved in that particular affair. Everyone's looking at us in confusion. Probably because nobody knew but someone had stolen the hearts from the dead bodies. And Shoma started trembling in relief as we suddenly remembered something.
No, that's it. I'm done for. I told you about X. The bomb inside me is gonna blow up now. Nothing's happening.
Did this X-person lie to you?
I think they must have. An energy possibly make it detonate over the bomb in our bodies. Or someone with my level of skill experience.
So Mr. Jinsaki won't be executed? Then I'll do it myself. I'll kill you. I'll tear you limb from limb.
Even let a gutter roar and charged towards Shoma so quickly, nobody had time to react. He shoved Shoma to the ground, clambered on top of him, and started strangling him so hard it almost seemed like he might rip his head off. I ran over in panic and pulled Ema off. Shoma had fainted and was frothing in his mouth. Yukama darted over and conducted a quick check.
He's fine. Just passed out.
Damn it! Damn it! Dear sister! My dear sister! My dear sister!
After the heartbreaking outburst, Ema simply collapsed to the spot. Hitomi and Tsubasa rushed over and started comforting him. Everybody else was at a loss, simply staring quietly at Ema as they stood rooted to the spot. Sounding of his pained wails echoed coldly and endlessly through the walls of the building. We moved the unconscious Showman into the cage in the courtyard and made sure it was properly locked. Once that was done, I shoved the key deep inside my pocket. I returned to their rooms without saying another word. I soon found myself completely alone. Looking up in the night sky, I thought about what happened. Keiko's case had been solved, but that didn't mean it was all over. Someone out there killed Gaku and instructed Shoma to kill Keiko. This was likely the same person who had been stealing hearts from the bodies of the morgue. X, the real mastermind behind this entire string of events. I had to find out who this person was by hook or by crook. And I would, no matter what I did. I clenched my fist tightly. I would let nothing shake me from this firm resolve.
Alright, I think that's a good place to stop, frankly, because, like, it's basically 5 already, and that's, like, a really compelling place to end. Shut up.
Guys, wake up! Something's happened!
Ooh, a cliffhanger. Well, God, I'm really liking this route so far as well. Like, that was actually a really awesome little mystery thing they had going on there for that. I am curious what would have happened if we'd done the killing game, but that's not the route we're going down. I probably will play that on my own time or something. I doubt I'll stream any more routes once I get the one I'm going for. And unless there's something in that route that I need for one of the locks, you know, I'm not gonna do it on this stream. But either way, I'm really enjoying how this is shaping up. I'm surprised nobody comments on that to me, because, like, when they talked about Shoma being like, oh, I don't like Shoma as much, they didn't cite this at all. I mean, probably because they couldn't cite it because it would have been a spoiler. But you know, maybe that's a reason. Maybe it's not a reason. Either way, that means next weekend we'll be doing more of this. I'm hoping I'll finish before the end of August. Well, especially since, like, at the end of August, I'm actually going to a convention at the end of the month. I won't be back until basically until September. So, like, the end of August, that weekend is going to have no streams at all because I'll be at a convention. But I'll be returning that week. I'll do another reminder when I get there. Hopefully I'll be done before then. I don't want to have another gap in this if I can help it. I just need to get to the end. Either way, look forward to next weekend. For anyone who tuned in, thank you very much. For anyone who watched the VOD, thank you very much. And until next time, bye-bye.